Hello and welcome back to Frequency Intuitive. Thank you so much for being here. Today we have a big reading about your future life, taking a sneak peek into it. I did a future home reading a couple months back and I kept getting more information about love and career in that reading, and I was trying to keep it streamlined, so I knew I wanted to expand on that topic. So today we're going to be looking at all about you, what you've got going on, your routines, your hobbies, your love life, your career, your finances, as well as your home and kind of where you're living at that time. So we have 6 ambitious groups. You have my daughter to thank for that. I was trying to narrow it down to 4 or 5, and she kept saying, no, this one has to be in and this one has to be in, after I had showed her the cards that I had selected with my spirit team. And I told her when we're finished the reading, we're actually going for lunch to her favorite place. And I said, okay, well, it's going to take me longer to film before we can go to lunch then. And she was like, that's okay, that's okay. So my daughter has y'all's back because all 6 piles got in. So we are going to work through this, tune into whichever groups, it may be more than one, are drawn to you, because we are in the realm of imagination, in the field of endless potential here. So you may want to tune into 2 different timelines and see how it feels to you, how it fits. So for group 1, we have card 52 here with the crown, and this is the crystal, this Amazonite. Where is the camera? There we go. Group 2 is card 58 with the fountain and the blue lace agate. Group 3 is card 10 with the cave and the opalite. That's one of the piles that she was like, that has to stay in. Group 4 is card 48 with the sun and the citrine sun crystal. Group 5 is the otters with card 35 and this 2-tone crystal, which I don't know, but I think maybe amethyst and peach moonstone. And group 6, card 55 with the coin and the slippery rose quartz raindrop. All right, my friends, tune into the energy of the group or groups that you feel drawn to. And when you're ready, I will see you in your reading and we will find out all about your future life. Hi, group 1. Welcome to your reading. We're going to get a sneak peek into your future life and see what it looks like for you. So for starters, you chose this Amazonite gem that actually looks like a jewel to me, in like a necklace or a crown or something, and you actually chose the crown card 52. Now this crown has a very specific energy coming off of it. I'm sure that you sensed it, and that's why you picked this group. This is someone who's stepped into their power. They're completely feeling an ownership of their life. They've completely stepped into their worthiness, what they deserve. They're very protective. Look at those 2 like jaguars looking like, can we help you? Are you meant to be here? Let me just adjust my mic. There we go. And the white cat, I almost feel like, is representing you under that crown there, feeling so protected, so self-assured, so happy and like snug and cozy in your life. I feel like this is almost God or the universe coming out from the sky with this crown and saying like, listen, well deserved. You're an incredible soul. You always have moved with the highest integrity, and you like deserve this beautiful life. Not that people don't deserve it, but I feel like you are very in alignment. Your thoughts, your actions, your words, your deeds are very in alignment with abundance, with prosperity, with success and achievement. And I feel like that's reflected for you in your future life, in your experiences, and in your everyday reality. Now, I almost feel out of breath, which means I feel like you've got a lot going on. I feel like you have exhilaration in your future life. There's a lot of things, like I'm seeing like someone like hella skiing, like jumping out of a plane, hella skiing. Someone on private jets. I'm gonna get snapshots of things. Someone on yachts. I do see luxury if that's something that you're interested in your future life. There's nothing wrong with that. We are here to experience this complete world, and that includes material things, and you can have desires and experiences for whatever you want and still be completely spiritually connected. Just for those, some people don't feel that way, or they feel guilty for wanting to enjoy luxury or the finer things in life. Everyone is on their own personal journey. So I am seeing that in this group. I'm seeing a lot of travel, a lot of big spaces like big homes, big offices. We're going to get lots more information, but this is just what I'm channeling so far. Let me see if there's anything else off of here. Yeah, they're showing me the mountains here. You may live in a very geographical, like defined place, like a mountain range or the seashore or the desert. They're showing me like these kind of like Dubai, for example, like very specific geographical locations like Sweden, something like this, where people are like, oh yeah, I know where that is. You could have multiple homes, I'm seeing. I feel like you do live in luxury. I'm feeling a lot of Taurus energy. Doesn't mean you have to be Taurus, but just Taurian energy of the finer things in life, enjoyment, kind of beauty around you. I'm feeling like some Virgo also here. Sagittarius, a lot of fun and excitement and expansion, things that you never expected to do. For a lot of you, I'm seeing you're partnered with someone at this point in your life, but we'll get into love. Anything else here? I'm just seeing a lot of jet setting, a lot of travel, a lot of luxury, comfort, new experiences, expansion. I feel like you're either a CEO or some sort of boss of your company, or you and your person are a power couple and you work at the same company, or they support you or you support them. Okay, let's read next from your crown card to get the overall energy for your future life we're taking a peek into. It says the crown, sign of success and achievement. Let me hold this up for you so you can feel the energy of the card as I read. The golden crown presents to you as a a sign of your success coming your way, and you deserve it. Be ready to receive it. You need to find out what success will mean to you. It can mean different things for each person. Sometimes we get lost trying to achieve too many things and we actually don't end up feeling fulfilled. But you can end up in a rat race hoarding things or achieving titles and not knowing where you were trying to get in the first place. Or you try pleasing everyone but yourself. So no matter how much you climb, sometimes it will never feel enough, and you might spend your life chasing something you already had. So to receive these blessings that are coming and that you deserve, always ask for what you need in alignment with your heart and passions, and not based on the expectations that outward society is imposing. So this is in balance, succeeding, acting with authority over your life, feeling empowered, and achieving your dreams. Perfect. That's the energy that we read off of that. So that's already everything that we saw without even reading from the book. So I love that. Let's get some tarot now. I chose the Lovely Ladies Tarot for you. So Spirit, please show me for group one their future life, as much as you can show us, because obviously there's billions of timelines, but the most likely one that they're lined up with, if they resonated with this group, so that we can give them a sneak peek. Show us the strongest energy for them, their overall energy, what they're into, their interests, hobbies, the energy they're in. Okay, so Eight of Cups. I love this. Okay, you're taking no prisoners and you have firm boundaries. I saw that with these two jaguars and the look on their face like, really though? Like, don't even try it. Eight of Cups is you walk away from anything emotionally unfulfilling. Your energy is like, no, thank you. No, thank you. If this is not suiting me, if it's not for my highest good, if it's a waste or drain on my time or energy, no thank you. You move on quickly and you don't apologize anymore for your standards, for what you know you deserve. You are no longer wasting time and energy on projects, individuals, conversations that you know are taking you into a lower frequency. You are super aware and attentive to your inner world, your thoughts, your words as wands, your ability to create your reality based on where you're focused. You don't spend time thinking on things or dwelling on things that are not emotionally satisfying. You are literally super protective and have super strong boundaries about how you move in your life, where you spend your time and energy, and who is allowed to cross into that sacred threshold. I absolutely love that you got that. Now, I have to tell you a funny story. Before I started filming your particular group, I was wondering, I was like, how should I format this? Like, should I pre-shuffle the cards? Because it's going to be a long reading and to save my camera, the storage space. And so I was like, you know what? Let me pre-shuffle them. So I pre-shuffled yours and this one flipped over. The Eight of Cups. Oh, okay, that makes sense. And then I was like, you know what? Let me not pre-shuffle them. I just feel like there's something more magical about it happening live. So I put them back in and re-cleared it and started again. And you got the Eight of Cups again. So I just love how Spirit's like so consistent. Like they will always get it in there. They're like, no worries. However you want to structure it, we'll get the right card in there. So I love that magic and synchronicity for you. Okay, so let's continue to show us more about them, their energy, who they are as an individual, their general frequency, what their interests are in this future life. Okay. So these two are coming out here. Page of Swords. Okay, so you're always learning and you're really into, I would say, self-development. Page is that curious energy that's not afraid to go down new paths. I see you probably being in some sort of entrepreneurship road or path, or like always wanting to expand your knowledge. Like, oh, what's this about? This new book. I see you having like a stack of books on your nightstand. This can also be things that you're already like now, right? Like it's probably going to relate or correlate. I see you being super thought invoking, like you're always on the leading edge of thoughts. You're always cutting through to the truth of the matter. You could be an air sign or have air sign in your chart, especially with the Eight of Cups. Like you don't take any BS. The Eight of Cups is like, no, you're not going to play with my emotions. I am not going to drain my energy here. I am clear. I am clear on who I am. I am clear on what I want. I am clear on what is good for me. And even if you're in a new kind of energy about things, like you haven't explored that before, you're not afraid to learn, try your hand at new things, be curious and explore new paths. So I see that you constantly have things on the go that you're interested in, that kind of like intellectually stimulate you, that you're pursuing, whether it's like new hobbies, new business ventures, conversations with people. Like I see you at like dinner parties or business networking events being like, really, tell me about that. Like, tell me about that. Like, I've never heard about this. This was fascinating. Like you're probably into like quantum mechanics or, the science of the universe, or like the biology of belief. Like this type of like, that's a book, I believe, by Bruce Lipton. I'm just seeing those type of like string theory, like, I'm seeing all of these things that your mind is like, you may not know about it yourself, like you may not be an authority on it, but you're super interested in how the universe works, how your mind and body connection is, how it works with the field, and kind of like discovering new truths. And you got the Five of Cups. Okay, I actually love that you got this. This is one of my favorite cards because there's always the two cups standing in the Five of Cups. I see that in this future energy that you're in, you are always making the most of the two cups that are full. I feel like you've got your hand in a lot of pots. Maybe you're trying new business things, you try new hobbies, you're exploring yourself, you're not afraid. Like it's very Sagittarius energy. And I think that when something doesn't work out, you are no longer, you take it in stride. You may have been in my last reading I posted. There was a group, I think it was group 1, that strongly had that message. You no longer get kind of waylaid or caught up in disappointments or discouragements or frustrations. You take it all in stride. You're like, this is part of learning. This is part of life. I'm no longer going to have these periods where I'm kind of like holding myself back for a couple weeks or a couple months because of a disappointment or a discouragement or something that didn't turn out. I'm going to immediately turn my attention to the 2 full cups that remain and work with what I have and work with what is. I actually think, and work with what is being shown to me. I actually think 5 of Cups is one of like the most powerful cards because it's so representative of life. Isn't there always a few things that aren't going quite exactly how we wanted? But isn't that the fuel for identifying what it is that we want to create now, right? Not in all circumstances. Of course, there's certain things that are just painful, right? Like people passing through the veil or, there's just certain things that it's part of life that it's like, okay, there's not much I can do. Like there's not an opportunity. But even that, for example, when I had my close friend pass through the veil in our 20s, I used that. Of course, it was painful and it's still stayed with me even till now. It did start me on my path to deep spiritual connection. That started me on my mediumship path because I started to learn how I could communicate through the veil. So even in that, there's opportunities to understand that we're eternal souls and that there's so much to explore even in the concept of death and rebirth and eternalness and communicating beyond the veil. I don't know why that's coming up. That could be meaningful for someone, but I see that your energy is one where you are making the most of every opportunity, and you're understanding that challenges, obstacles, or disappointments are now opportunities to create more. You learned from them, you became more clear on what you want to do, and it's like you're a manifesting magician, pro, wizard. You're like, oh, okay, let me take that. Let me take what I learned from that and let me create from that. Okay, we're getting a lot of goodies here. Show us a little bit now. I want to say about what should we do next, career or love? Okay, Spirit says career because it's on this path of this. Okay, show us what they've got going on in their finance and their career. Right away, look what came out. Do you see how strong that came out? 9 of Pentacles. You're happy. You're stable. You're smiling. You are surrounded by wealth. Look at this card. It's coming from every angle. Exactly what I said. You have your hand in multiple income streams. Look how all of these pentacles are on all these different vines. You probably have something in social media. Maybe you have a passive income from a digital project. Then you have a business, a couple businesses. Then maybe you have real estate, right? You have so many ways that wealth flows to you. You probably never are concerned at all about money or abundance in your future timeline. I think it's constantly there. I think you've achieved a frequency where you've stabilized finance and it's not even ever a concern. It's just there. You follow your passions, you work on your businesses, you have made it in terms of finance. I think that you are very generous with your money. You probably share it with family and friends. You probably have more than you could ever use. You invest it. You're probably buying properties and things for your parents, so they can have like a vacation home or a condo, maybe your siblings, you're helping them out if you have any. I see how she's gathering wildflowers in like this pretty sundress. She's enjoying it and it's not a hustle grind. She's not being shown here with her 9 of Pentacles hard working at a desk or at an office, not that there's anything wrong with that. And I'm sure you have moments of that. This is a life of leisure. She's now enjoying the fruits of her labor. So in your future life, you have achieved financial stability and success, and you are surrounded by consistent streams of income to fuel and fund whatever your preference is that you've got going on. Like I said, we saw a lot of big luxury items. Okay, show us more for career. This is magical. I'm loving this energy. You're like a serious boss, Patty. Okay, let's see what else. Show us more for career and finance, please. But we're very happy with the 9 of Pentacles. I do see this one. 7 of Cups. See, again, choice, options. You have, look at all these hands reaching out to her. What about me? What about me? You probably have brand deals, sponsorships, partnerships, collaborations. You have a lot of options and a lot of hands, a lot of irons in the fire. You have multifaceted interests. That's why that Five of Cups was there. Three things might not work out. A couple things you're like, okay, no worries. I got two other things going on here. And then all of a sudden, they come around and they start to go, and you're not so tripped up by disappointments because you understand business, you understand passion, you understand if you pursue something that is authentic to you and you're passionate about it, in a matter of time, it will be aligned with your abundance energy, with your abundance field, and it will start to draw income for you. Not because that's what you're in it for. That's a natural byproduct of aligned energy. So you have lots of options and choices for your career and lots of ways that money's coming in. It's very clear for you. Let me grab these career cards just to see if we can get any snapshot into different types of careers. Oh, okay. Strength. Everything you experience in your life has made you strong and courageous. I didn't know that that card was in there. Anything else for career here? This is the, I think this is the career angels or something about career. I can't remember. I have a career reading planned. Okay, books. So see, you connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. So this could be authorship, like I said, digital products, maybe ebooks, maybe you offer some sort of online courses. Also, I saw that with the Page of Swords. You're constantly learning, you're constantly developing, so you could get a lot of your knowledge from books or from studying. Maybe you go back to school for different things. Let me see what else. Let me get one more. Or two more. Okay, this is Oracle cards. Oh my gosh. Okay, so maybe you're a card reader. Maybe you illustrate or put out some sort of Oracle or tarot cards, or that's something that's in your realm. In your future, that could definitely be a strong option for some of you. Card reading. I actually want to get you one more. Maybe you do that now, and that continues to expand. Some sort of spiritual business. I don't even know that was in there. I rarely use this deck because it's specific for career. But like I said, I had a career reading planned. Oh, I guess there's some other ones in here. So light and love, it says your purpose is to bring divine healing, light and love to this world. So that makes sense that you got oracle cards and books. Maybe you do authorship, maybe you're in the spiritual realm, like Reiki, sound healing, spiritual healing therapies. You could be a light worker, you could do coaching or speaking about things like this. Like, I feel like you've got multifaceted things, but your purpose is that you do everything at a higher frequency and with a high intent. I don't see that you do anything that is just like for yourself or for kind of no reason, even though you're always following your passions. I feel like you want to uplift, you want to support, you want to help bring in a new earth kind of consciousness to this planet. And I feel like your purpose involves that. Okay, that's very helpful and good. Thank you. Okay, show us for... Oh, my guides were like, don't forget the charms. Okay, I'm about to get into love. So do you want to do the charms now? Okay, we'll do your cards and then the charms, they said. Okay, show us their love life. What's going on in their romantic connections? Ooh. Two came out here. You got the Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. How interesting, because you have the Page of Swords. Oh wait, yeah, the Page of Swords, and now you have the Queen of Swords. So with these two, with your love life, I see that you possibly meet the person at work, like I said, like boss couple, because just with the Page of Pentacles, I see that with that curious nature that you're always kind of open and exploring different opportunities. I see that one of these opportunities, that's where you meet your person, or if you're already with your long-term partner, that person works with you in that business. So for example, maybe you're like, you know what, I want to start a card reading channel, or I want to make a tarot deck. They're like, I can help you with that. Or you go and they're the graphic designer, you start hiring people, or they're your editor. Or this could be how you met. If I'm talking about the person you're with, you might be like, yes, that is exactly how we met. Or you meet on that platform. One of you messages each other, or you're watching each other's content or something like this. So that's what I'm getting from that Page of Pentacles card. There's something that you're exploring and kind of curious about regarding one of your business opportunities, and that's where you guys meet. Now with the Queen of Swords, I'm getting that number one, you see that this person is your person immediately, because you have come into this energy of Eight of Cups. So you immediately see the value that they add, and they immediately speak to your heart. And there's just a truth and a soul recognition there right away. I don't think there's any confusion. There's no crossroads or deciding energy. There's this huge, clear sword of truth and clarity. I think that it's undeniable when you meet this person that that's your person. Let's get more for love. We're going to also get Oracle here. Show us a couple more for their future. Oh my gosh, one came out here and one came out here. Oh my gosh, not the King of Pentacles. Okay, I kind of saw that coming, didn't you, with all of this luxury? Now, this is not gender specific, so take this as it resonates for you, but for your love life, I see you with the King of Pentacles energy. So you're the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords, say, in this, right? Or you can reverse the energies, but you're with somebody who knows also how to generate wealth, because you're going to be on the same frequency. So of course you're abundant and stable. Of course you're going to attract somebody else who's also financially abundant and stable. That's why I see all of this luxury, because when you guys combine your lifestyles and your incomes, you can afford private jets, private planes, first class flights, renting a yacht or buying a yacht, having multiple vacation homes, because you probably come into the relationship with multiple vacation homes, and then they have multiple vacation homes, and now everything expands, right? I love that you got the King of Pentacles. That's so aligned with your energy. I don't see this energy not being with another King of Pentacles. Like you guys, your guys' energy matches. You're a power couple and you feed into each other's business. They probably also have other businesses and they're like, oh, that's an amazing idea. Use my, designer. And then you're like, oh, that's an amazing idea. Could I get in on that? And could I invest in that startup? And I feel like a big part of your connection is talking about your passions, your businesses, your projects, and you're really attracted to each other because of your clarity, your business prowess, your ambition. I think that's a huge part of your relationship. And then look what you got. The Six of Cups. So a couple things comes out here. This could be someone from your past. Of course, this is the nostalgia card, the memories of love. This could be someone that brings out an innocence of youth. Like this could be someone literally from your youth who you went to school with, and then you all of a sudden cross paths with 20 years later, like elementary school or something like this. This could be someone who brings out that youthfulness in you, where it maybe you're in a kind of Queen of Swords energy. You're very business minded, you're very independent, you're very analytical, and then this person comes and you're like smitten, you're like hee hee hee, you're like drawing butterflies and hearts on your journal, like it does bring out the inner child, the sweetness and the innocence of love in you. It's also extraordinarily generous. Queen of Cups. Six of Cups always gives me generosity, people wanting to pour into your cups, share. I think this person is super big hearted. There's like tons of gifts and flowers. If you mention something, it gets delivered to your desk. They bring it home for dinner. Like they're constantly filling all of your cups. I think there's like this beautiful equal give and take. There's a reciprocity. You're constantly looking for, oh, that's their favorite candy. Oh, that's their favorite show. I'm going to buy them this. Or it's just, there's a generosity. Not that it always has to be material, but emotionally, Cups is the emotions card. Emotionally, they're always pouring into you in your cups, leaving little letters. I'm seeing like little notes like on the mirror for you. It could be long distance at the beginning. Spirit just showed me that right away, where you're like FaceTiming a lot or things like that, or that could have happened where you're traveling to see each other or to spend time with each other until you end up being in the same place. Let me just look at the camera so I can see where I can get more cards in for you. Okay, show us, let's get your charms. Before I forget, let me mute the mic because they're loud. 1 second, there won't be any noise. We're back. So what did we get here? Of course, you got the four-leaf clover. So like I'm not surprised. Um you guys you guys are both lucky. Not in the sense of like, oh, it was all luck, but you are aligned, which means there's synchronicities happening and you're in the right place at the right time. And so you're always finding these four-leaf clovers. You got the tree. Okay, so this I always get strength. Your roots are deep. You did get this strength card where it says everything you experienced has made you strong and courageous. I think everything that happened in the beginning part of your life sets you up for this. Okay, so here's the dragonfly. So that's a sign from spirit. That could be your spirit animal. This signifies basically joy, prosperity, everything that we're seeing all over your reading. You got the elephant here with the trunk up, which is a sign of prosperity and abundance. So again, not surprised at all that you got that. What is this? Okay, you got the watermelon with the little happy face. So the watermelon always gives me this energy, the Nine of Pentacles, this life of leisure. Because when do you have watermelon? I mean, in Canada anyway, in the summer, at a picnic or a barbecue, or like beside the pool while you're relaxing. Typically, that's when we have it here because it's refreshing. It's kind of hard to cut up a watermelon. Like, it's not every day that you're going to do that. You're probably like, no, it's not, lady. But if you, for me, it's big, you got to like slice it. And so it's something that kind of you get as a treat. I see you having a lot of treats. You probably have, a chef or a cook or someone who does these things for you in some of your, homes so that you can have these type of things like I'm seeing like caviar and oysters, things that like are kind of difficult to make or have in a regular everyday life, but that if you have a team of support, can be, you can enjoy them on the regular. And you have this, oh, you have this little moon with the star in it. So I feel like you definitely are with your person. There's a very strong connection there. In your future life, I think you've met your person or you're still with your person if you've met them now. I want to get some oracle for you. Spirit, show me what else we can tell group one here about their future life. Okay. Oh my gosh, that came out in 3 seconds flat. Inner peace. Oh my gosh. See, there's the two fish here. So again, we're showing partnership, right? But inner peace, like I feel like you just, anything from your earlier life that caused you pain or trauma or heartbreak with that Five of Cups, you have ascended it. You have found a place of stability emotionally. You are really pleased with your life circumstances, what you've created and what you've received and allowed into your life, what you've aligned with. And I think you wake up and you go to bed every night truly at peace. You think you have a strong spiritual practice. You've probably deeply into your meditation, your journaling, your self-care. You would have to be in order to maintain a frequency that would align with this type of steady abundance and happiness and pursuit of passion and emotional fulfillment and clarity. To have that much clarity, Queen of Cups and Queen of Swords and Page of Swords, you have to be tuned into your inner being in order to have that type of clarity. So I see you having a strong inner world that supports this feeling of peace. And I feel like that's the most precious thing to you, your peace. That's the most precious thing. You go to bed at night, your family's happy, your friends are happy, you have health, wealth, you feel abundant, you feel satisfied, you feel nurtured, you feel loved, you feel safe, you feel protected, and you feel excited for your life. You wake up every day with a purpose and with a passion, and you constantly feel this expansion. There's a lot of Sagittarius energy here, a lot of Pisces energy too there with the fish, and with the emotional fulfillment. Okay, give us some more here. There's so many options for you. What's the strongest? Oh, I see. I don't see that deck. Oh, here it is. Okay, show us a couple of final cards for group one. I don't really want to leave your energy. This was so much fun. I love this. Can we be friends? See? This is what I said at the beginning. Magician and the Mirror. You're strong manifestation. You might even be in that, like you might post videos about that, have e-courses, teach that, be a coach. You're strong magician energy. You know exactly how to create the life that you want. You know exactly how to manifest. You probably lead by example or teach others how to do that in their lives. Oh, let's look at your future home. I forgot to get into that. Can you show us about their future home? I mean, we did see the other homes and things like that, but like the multiple homes, but I want to see anything else. Can you show us a bit about their future home? Now, you might want to watch the future home reading. I'll probably link it somewhere in the description because each pile went into like specifically the actual home environment and aesthetic and things like that. But can you show us anything for future home? The Hierophant. Oh, interesting. Okay, so you're quite possibly married. That's the marriage card. It's quite possibly somewhere that feels like your spiritual temple. I think it's very large because whenever I think of like a church or some sort of religious, there are always these huge spaces. I see you probably have a what is it called when you can have in your home like a little mini church? The temple? No. What is that called? When some people have in their homes, especially like larger homes, they have a place for prayer. I can't remember what it's called when it's in the home, but it could be like something that you've set up so that you can have a place of worship or a place of peace or a place of meditation for you in your home. But the biggest thing I see is that your home is your sanctuary. This is somewhere that only friends and family are allowed. I mean, I don't know who else would come there, but I feel like you're very protective of it. It's your temple, it's your peace, it's your sanctuary. It's probably a huge property where you have gardens and maybe stables or lots of land, probably a pool. There's places where you feel you can commune with nature, you can commune with spirit. It's like everything around you speaks to your heart. You feel peaceful there. There's things surrounding you that you've got on your travels that hold memories that speak to your soul. I see it being not just four walls, it's something that speaks to your soul. It's an outwards representation of who you are and of your life experiences. That's really cool. And like I said, it could also be where you lead manifestation workshops, spiritual retreats, because it clearly has something strong to do with spirit or beliefs or wisdom. Give us one more card for home, and then we'll wrap up your reading because it was just too good. I just like I just love it. Nine of Wands. Okay, so I feel like it was a project. It was a project. This was like that don't give up. You're almost towards the end, right? Like the marathon runner right at the end of the race and you don't give up, but like you're a little bit weary. It was an undertaking. I'm seeing like either a huge renovation. It was probably a huge undertaking. You could be involved in it now, where you get a property. It's probably huge grounds that took a lot of time, money, investment, dream, vision to create, but it's somewhere you stay for the rest of your life. And the process of design and the architecture and all of the elements itself what is life changing. Like it's something that takes probably years, but that it's like picking out every single tile, every single light, having all the outlets, the plugs exactly where you want them. Positioning the rooms so that the sun is coming in or not coming in, in the specific angle that you want. I see you working with your architecture. Like it is so tuned to you and your tastes and probably your partner's tastes that it is like a work of art. Like it was an uphill battle, probably, maybe not an uphill battle, but it was a labor of love. That's what they're showing me. Something that probably took a lot of time and you probably continue to develop it and create it even as you're living there. But that as it's finished, you're just like, wow, I did it. Like I created this. This isn't something that I think you just, purchase or rent. It's somewhere that has every iota of your soul and passion in it. It's an undertaking and it's worth every second of that undertaking. This was absolutely enjoyable for me to sit in your energy and explore all of this and read all of this. I think you are an absolute magician. Like I said, I think you're a manifestational wizard and genius. I think you bring love and light here into the 3D. I think you have extraordinary gifts. And I think as those gifts are expressed, they bring a lot of income, abundance, happiness, peace, and creative passions to your life. Thank you so much for being here. I extremely enjoyed this, if that's even the right use of words. If you did want to check out another group, you're more than welcome, and then I'll see you there shortly. And if not, I'll see you in another reading on another day. Bye. Hi, Group 2. Welcome to your future life reading. You chose card 58, the Fountain, with this gorgeous blue lace agate, one of my favorite crystals, which you probably know because I always use it in a reading. Just the color is just wild. And this was one of the other groups that my daughter felt should be in from the intro, if you caught that. So let's see what this is all about. First, I'm just going to channel information from the card. We're going to read from the guidebook about your card and then get into all about you, your energy in your future life, your hobbies, passions, interests, what you got going on, your career, love, career, finances, love life, and home. So here we got card 58. There's the cat playing in the fountain. There's doves around it, so I'm already seeing love. There's also these two kind of like cats at the bottom, so I'm already seeing mirroring. So you're probably with a partner in this future life. It could be the person you're with currently, or you're very aligned with your higher self. Now, this particular fountain is in the clouds, so I feel like there's an achievement of a dream here, something that you really aspire to, reached and achieved. Now, it's emotionally fulfilling because the fountain represents water. Water is our emotions. So you are feeling very in tune with your emotions. You're feeling very almost generous with your emotions, if that makes sense. Like you're not having to really hold them tight to you or measure them out. It's very free flowing because see, there's water coming out of all of these spouts here. The cat is playing in it, so it's giving like a playful energy. It's giving a lot of family and friends around you because there's like 5 different animals here. So I see like you're very social or generous. There's people around you who love and support you. And I'm also seeing that you have somewhat of a life of leisure in the sense that like there's a lot, this is giving energy of relaxation. The cat is kind of licking his or her paw in this shell here. There's no rush. There's no hurry. You're in the clouds, which is sometimes dreamy energy. There could be Pisces energy here, Aquarius. There's just an indication of kind of relaxing and enjoying life here. So let's actually read from your guidebook because I always forget that part. The fountain reads, 58 could be a meaningful number for you also, my guides are saying. The fountain says sign of joy and excitement. So for your future life, it says the wellspring of blessings is infinite. This fountain is a sign of joy. It's a message to your inner child, come out and play. Just as there's moments to be serious, there are also moments to play and be silly. Okay, now I see why my daughter intuitively felt that this one needed to stay in. Order and discipline are necessary, but so are pleasure and delight. You don't need to be productive all the time, and you don't need to turn every hobby into a business. Take time to find an activity that's purely for enjoyment without you having to be the best at it. Play, laugh, feed your imagination, keep your spirit young and excited. Connect with the essence of joy. This is the fountain of inspiration for your dreams. So if you're in balance with this, you're listening to your inner child, experiencing joy, a heightened imagination, and feeling fun. Okay, so we can already see what your future life is based off of. It's based off of playful, creative, imagination. Sorry, pause for me to put my lip balm on. I'm very dried out here talking so much. This is like you love your life, and I think no matter what your earthly age, you never lost that zest for life, that wonder, that playfulness, that whimsy. And I think you always say like, oh, it keeps me young, or people say, oh, it keeps you young. I see you using that phrase a lot. And I see that it's the cornerstone of your life. Like you wake up in this future life in pursuit of wonder, fun, whimsy, magic. You could use those words a lot in your life. I see you having like really unusual things in your home, in your space. Like maybe you have a trampoline, or you have like a ball pit, or you have a water slide, or you have a bubble maker, or like a karaoke machine. I just see like unusual things that most people wouldn't have, that you're just like, why wouldn't I have these things? These things are amazing. Like one of those candy machines that you turn the dial and the candy comes out. Like I said, you could have a lot of people around you, like children, grandchildren, or friends that like you have something for everyone there. Like I'm even seeing like you have like a soda bar, or like a sundae, machine, or like an ice cream maker, like one of those old-timey popcorn things. Like I just see that your home and your space is almost like a playground, or like it's just full of things that you enjoy and that bring other people joy, no matter how kind of like, off the beaten path. They seem okay. Let's get into your tarot. Now, I intuitively selected the unicorn tarot for you, which now I see why. That's very much the energy here. So let's first show us all about you, Spirit, like all about the pile two, the viewers here who resonate with this energy. What's their energy like, their passions, their interests? What do they got going on? Then we'll get into career, love, home, finance. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. I'm not surprised this came out. And the Hanged Unicorn. You feel me? You can get this energy. You see life from a different perspective. You see life in a playful way, completely upside down from what society and other people see it. And Queen of Pentacles definitely see this. You've achieved a dream. You've made a beautiful life for yourself. Look, there's a garden, there's roses, there's a little rabbit. The unicorn's wearing a crown. I wonder if you had messages from group one. There's just this whimsy here. Even the tarot that I felt called to get for you. You could resonate with unicorns and things like this. I see that you are super financially stable, but it's not really in a way that you outwardly show your wealth. Does that make sense? Like, I don't see you having a lot of cars or homes or anything like this. I see you living kind of like humbly, in tune with the earth. Like maybe you have like fairy core, cottage core, you live in a mountain range, you live off the beaten path, you have a beautiful garden. It's just the pentacles energy, and with the fountain, it's giving me a lot of cups and earth energy, strongly emotionally tied to things, in like a positive way, and like that's represented in your energy and in who you are. I see that you're super nurturing, super like fertile, like you have this creative ideas. You probably cook a lot, you bake a lot, you maybe make you make your specific coffee or tea in like a mason jar in the exact way that you want. You definitely always have fresh flowers around, probably from your garden. You may have your own garden that you cook your own food with in this future life. Like there's just this goddess of the earth, queen of the earth energy, not gender specific, depending. This can be for whatever gender you resonate with. It's just this, like you're walking on the ground barefoot, you're looking up at the earth, and you have everything that you need because you have stable sources of income, which we'll get to in career passions. But it's not in a way that you're like hustling or achieving, or really like, I don't think that lights you up. I think the slow life, like slow mornings, playful time to really enjoy making your food, baking sourdough bread. I see you baking pies. I see you sitting in your garden with a tea, journaling, looking out at the stars. I feel like there's a little bit of hermit energy here, where you need a safe space and you need time to really be in tune with your own inner world. But then you have time and energy and interest also in those you love, and spending time with that too. Show us a bit more for their energy in their future life. What do they got going on? What are they into? The Empress, see, like, see, like, it's the same as the Queen of Pentacles, like that energy. You are just super nurturing, super fertile. You're just like, this is your divine, you're in your divine feminine. Look, the unicorn has the crown on this like padded pillow, enjoy with the wand. You can create whatever you want from this energy. You're super in tune with nature and with your inner world, with your intuition. And so you're super magnetic, and you manifest with ease. It's very slow life energy here. And like you love it that way. Like it's just exactly how you create. You're in your flow, you're in your cycles, you're in tune with Mother Nature, you're in tune with your intuition, with your guides. Very mystical, magical energy in a place of rooted groundedness. Give us one more for their energy, and then we'll get into career. Magician. Like, you really could be from group one. It was completely different energy, but they got the literal magician card in an oracle deck, like a completely different one. And I was feeling the same thing. You're both magicians, but in different energies. So this could be like two different timelines that your life expresses. You might have a period from group one and then a period in group two, like later on in your life, where you're more like slowed down. I really feel like groups one and two have similar energies. Strong magician energy. Like you're a master manifester, but you don't, it's not heavy like money focused. It's more like manifesting love, manifesting health, manifesting ease of flow and income and security, manifesting like you want to grow a beautiful garden. There's just so much about earth here. I see you just being an upliftment with your Empress energy to those around you. Like people come to kind of sit in your energy, like your friends and family. If someone's not feeling well, they would go to you because you have this positive expectation on life. Like they get that you understand how the field works and how the quantum realm works. And you're so in tune with that energy that people just feel like very inspired by you. Like you're not a complainer. You're always looking at the glass half full. You're always looking from compassion, from a kind heart, from the possibilities of life. Like you just have this really rooted, grounded, uplifting energy. Okay, show us for... I just see you spending a lot of time in your home. You probably work from home, a lot of time in the outdoors surrounding your home, a lot of time in this pursuit in your day of whatever lights you up. It's that playful, fun energy. Like you might be hula hooping outside and then you're running through the sprinkler and then you're baking a pie and then you're working a little on a side project. Then you're knitting something. Then you've got the fire going and then you're, making some sort of like, I see someone like quilting or something. Like there's just this really earthy energy here. Could be earth signs. Okay, show us career and passions, because it's all going to kind of tie together here. Career, passions, and income flow. Finances for group two. Career, passion, income flow, finances for group two, please, Spirit. Okay, Queen of Wands, look at this. Like, my goodness, two queens coming up here. Okay, so you have the Magician. Like this is actually wild how much strong energy you're getting here. Master manifester. Now, what's really interesting is this black cat here. I wonder if you have a black cat now or if you get a black cat then, because they're really showing me that in terms of this manifestation energy. To have the Magician with the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is the queen of transformation. So with your career, I see that you basically can put your hand at anything and create it. I do see some of you having a business based on your kind of homesteading earthly passions. Like maybe you make your own candles, or maybe you make your own like vegan, cruelty-free skincare. You have a skincare line made with like your herbs, or you sell your fresh cut flowers, or your eggs from your chickens, or you do cooking classes, or you do that online as a platform and you kind of show your, like now any of this can be started now, by the way. You may be like, this is what I do now. So this could be just showing a snapshot into your future life, continuing on the path that you're now. But I'm seeing a lot of snapshots of people in the earth, then in their kitchen, then maybe on the computer, kind of showing their lifestyle, like vlogging or blogging. I don't see you outside of your home or space that often, other than to maybe go to a market or go to like, the grocery store or things like this. But I don't even see you going to the grocery store that much, because I feel like you're fairly self-sufficient in this Queen of Pentacles, Empress energy, whatever you've created here. But you're a master manifester. Now, Six of Swords with your career, you definitely left something unfulfilling. So, this probably came after leaving a toxic workplace, super hustle grind culture, or things that were full of kind of like hostility or conflict where you were just like, you know what, this is not for me. It's not my energy. Like maybe you went to school for something, right? And then started working in that field, like in your younger years, and you were just like, wow, this is not my vibe. I thought I was going to like this. So that could be the energy you're in now, like discovering this, but I don't. I really need to be in a soft life. Like you may really resonate with like hermit energy. Like I said that before, where you just need to be, you feel best when when you're able to protect your exposure to the outside world. That's just how you tune in. That's how your spirit is most in line with your higher self. And I see you leave something behind career wise that was unfulfilling or full of conflict or just not worth it to you. And you move on to a brighter future, which is something here that you create, this Queen of Wands energy. Let me get some of these career life purpose cards from the angels. Show us, oh, for group 2. This will just be a variety of things and some insights. Oh, that one. For group 2, show us life purpose. See, I told you. Look at that nutrition coming out. There's a lot coming out here. Okay. First of all, let's just do the one that flipped up. Look at this. You conduct healing work with your culinary skills. Did I not literally say that? Like you have cooking classes. I love when spirits, like I did not even know this was a dang card in here. That's what I'm seeing. Like you make your own food, it serves you, it heals you, it's nourishing to you, but then you share that either on a platform or you have like you sell your products or you have healing sessions or cooking classes. I'm going to put career over here. I don't know why I did that last time and now that's in my head. Okay, nutrition, absolutely get that. You got study. Okay, so you reading, research, education helps you gain confidence and clarity. So you may go back to school for this or kind of like get some sort of accreditation in something that's interesting to you. Light and love, this came out in group 1. Like I said, there's connection there. Your purpose is to bring divine healing, light, and love to the world. So I'm seeing some of you do something with food regarding frequency, like how to eat to maintain a high frequency or healing foods or things like this. And it's really focused on light and love and maintaining higher levels of consciousness and awareness through what you eat or through your environment around you, because it doesn't have to just be food. This could be like sound healing, Reiki, energy work, working with herbs, like green witch, stuff where you're working with Mother Earth. And see, energy healing, I just said Reiki. So your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. Like, come on, Empress. Empress and Magician with that. That's exactly what that is. So you probably already do this now, but if not, I would start to look out for when those gifts start to break, because you probably already have them, but you maybe just haven't developed them yet. You've probably been getting niggling feelings, right? Like you're really drawn to that type of thing, energy healing or Reiki healing or some sort of like star seed activations. There's so many kind of ways that you can engage with that. Okay, well, that was enlightening. And I love that. I want to see if, can you give us something just, oh no, we already got that about your finances. Like you have the Queen of Pentacles. So you make steady income from this. You're completely stable. You've created wealth for yourself. And I don't see that you have any sort of lack at all in regards to finance. You have complete stability. Okay, show us love. Now this can be a relationship that you're with now that continues on, or this could be, if you're single, something new. But let's see what you've got going on here for partnership, because we already saw in your main card here the doubling of the doves, of the cats, and even in this Six of Swords card, this looks like a family moving on, like the mother and the kid, or like, one of the parents and the children is sitting in the boat, and another of the partners is rowing it, being like, let's get out of here, like, let's get out of this city, let's move to the country, or let's get out of these exhausting jobs, and let's go build our own sanctuary, our own prosperity. Okay, show us love and relationships for group 2. I'm still in shock that nutrition and energy healing came out when we saw all of that. Okay, for love, Six of Pentacles. Oh, I love Six of Pentacles for love. So Six of Pentacles is equal give and take. It's balanced, it's fair, it is reciprocated energy. I love the Six of Pentacles in a love. It's probably one of my favorite cards in a love question, because it's none of that one person is giving more or wondering, how do they feel about me? You're in a connection that is so balanced, and what you give to them, they give to you. There's never lack. There's never keeping score. It's just a constant, steady flow of generous hearts, of feeling poured into, of generosity. You probably share income. There's probably 2 incomes. You probably just put it all in one account, or you split the bills, or however that works for you. There's equal give and take and reciprocity. Okay, show us more about this connection and the love life in group 2's future life. Okay, show us more. Oh, that one popped out. The Three of Pentacles. Okay, so see, that's what I was seeing with the Six of Swords. There's 3. So I see that you probably have children. I don't know if you're open to that, but there's the Three of Pentacles I always get as building together, and there's 3 here in this Six of Swords. So you could have one child or many children. But this is you build something together. You create a life together. I love how this unicorn's holding the hammer, and the other 2 unicorns have the design. It's like you work on something together. You meet your person and you build your life together. You create this home together, this space, this I'm going to link the future home reading that I did a couple months ago, because there wasn't one group here that I strongly get this energy. I think this card even came out and I'm seeing the exact same dynamic. You build this together. You till the soil together. It's probably like restoration of a farmhouse, or something like this where you have animals, you have land, and you do this together with this person. Show us more about the person, about the connection if you can. And then I will get that deck you're highlighting for me. It's a King of Cups. Y'all. Spirit's like bang on in your reading. Like, they're not playing. They're like, we're here for group 2. They're always here, but like, we asked to see the energy, and they showed us King of Cups. The person is not gender specific, of course, but you're showing up as the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress, and they're showing up as the King of Cups. Like, could you see a more perfect connection? You guys are just like so into each other. Like, this is your person, and there's no question. You spend a lot of quality time together. Probably quality time, affection, and words of affirmation are your guys' love languages. You're just super into each other. You're super supportive. I would say, of course, you have your challenges and you have your fights, but I think for the most part, it's very flowy and emotionally deep and connected. I don't see this being volatile or toxic with a Queen of Pentacles, a King of Cups, Empress energy. You got each other's back. This is someone you've been waiting for your whole life. You could be with this person now. You build your life together. There's equal give and take. It's just your person. It's your person, and there's no question about it. And they are not afraid to tell you and show you how they feel about you, and they see you like you've never been seen. A King of Cups, it's like that energy, that deep emotional energy. Like, this is someone who gets you. You probably get married. Like, I'm seeing 4 of Wands. Here, let's get a little bit from this deck for you. Show us a little bit more about their future person. I'm going to do another your soulmate reading, because the last one I did, I loved it, but I wanted to go more in depth. So I want to ask like more specific questions. So I'm going to do a more in-depth soulmate reading. If you want more info on that, probably come out in the next couple weeks or so. Show us more for group 2's love life, their future connection. I see this card. Oh, see, house. Oh my gosh, how adorable. Look again, 3 eggs. So you might have 3 children because I'm getting a lot of 3 here, or your family might be 3, you, your partner, and a child. You got 16 house, this little bluebird here making their nest. And even how it's represented with the nest, like with earth, you guys build a beautiful, I keep seeing homestead, farm, something like this. It's very like cottage core, off the grid, your own land, your own garden. I think you very rarely need to go into town to get supplies. I think you make all of your stuff from scratch and you create this like beautiful home life together that you've built together, and you nestle in there and you nest there. You have your children there. It could also be pets if you're not wanting to have kids. You have tons of animals, and those are like your children to you, right? Okay, so house coming up there for you. So you definitely build a house or create a life, whether you're renting or whatever with this person. Let's get one more from this, and then we'll get your, well, we're already getting, the last question is your future house, and Spirit just brought that up. So we'll get into like, we'll connect love and house here now. We've seen a lot actually about your house, your home. Show us more for, what else you got for group 2? Anything else? Final messages here. I'm going to just grab a few more cards for group 2. Show us anything else about their future life that you haven't shown us already. I did see this one. Family. Oh my gosh. How did you get like like this card? I just looked on the back to see what it is. It says Capricorn. I mean, that could be meaningful for you, but I just like, these aren't all family cards. Like, you got family and house with its, guys, it's the same bluebird. Oh my gosh. And look, if you're not looking at the screen, it's the 2 bluebirds and there's 3 baby bluebirds in the nest. Like, can that not be more specific? I'm not saying that's exactly what's going to happen. It's a general reading, but if this is you, obviously you're in the right place, or if this is what ends up happening, like how freaking adorable is that? And we saw these 2 doves at the beginning here with the fountain. So blue birds could be meaningful to you, or like blue jays or something like this, but you got family. So, I mean, your future life it's heavily surrounded about building a family. I would say having children. If you're not into having children, like I said, then having pets. Your family around you, grandkids. I saw that at the beginning. I see you just having this beautiful, happy home full of sunlight and fresh flowers and the smells of cooking. And it's just done out in like maybe like a rustic or very homey, very comfortable way. There's like blankets everywhere. There's throws everywhere. You have your career and your passions with whatever this energy healing is, or this nutrition, or like sound healing, whatever this is that you do. It's some sort of a healing nature with the Empress, I would say, that brings in your money. But I don't think it's a huge part of your day. I think maybe you have like a social media platform, or you work one-on-one with clients, or you host something like once a month, or you have a harvest time, maybe like August, September. That's a very busy period for you. Or you make your products in your downtime, like before bed, like you're knitting or you're crocheting that you sell at the market, or you're jarring your honey, or you're making your preserves to sell at the market. And it kind of is integrated into your life. Does that make sense? Like candle making, you're doing it with your kids, and one of them's adding the, little piece of raffia around the top, and one of them's adding the crystals or whatever. Like, I don't see your career being super separate. Like, I don't see you leaving the home to do it in this pile. I see it's very integrated into your regular everyday life. So there's no clear line between like, oh, I'm going to work now. You kind of just integrate it into your day as you're playing with your children, you're enjoying your life. And then this other income stream gets, is in there, because I'm sure your spouse also has their own income stream. So I'm sure that that's not a concern of yours here with the Queen of Pentacles. I think it's super flowy and integrated into your everyday. It's just something that you enjoy doing, that you're able to either sell or monetize somehow to help support the lifestyle that you have. I don't see it being like that you're chasing after money or chasing after funds. Can you give us just one more final card here for group, one of these for group 2 to close off their reading, just because I have a little spot here I could fill. Show us anything else you want to tell us for group 2, please, about their future life. That one there wants to come off the top. Oh, see, See the Empress? We started out with this rest and rejuvenation, card 19. And that's what I showed you here, this unicorn on this like meditation mat, just kind of like enjoying her life. I really see you in a divine, feminine, flowy energy here of receiving, nurture, self care, and that flows out to others. I think you're in a rest and rejuvenation era of your life. You're all about what you're putting into your body, feeling balanced, supporting your nervous system, meditating, tuning into your inner world, communing with nature, nourishing your body with, what the vitamins and, nourishment from the earth. I see it being just a time of peace and happiness. Like I said, this could be connected to group one, where maybe this is like your retirement era of group one, or it's somehow connected, or you kind of like take parts of group one, but this is like your main kind of living situation, when you're not traveling and stuff like that. There is some connection. Don't feel like you have to go there if you didn't feel drawn to it, but it's possible you just came from group one. So I'm just acknowledging that this is a period of time where you're very stable and abundant, and you're able to just, like I said, you wake up, you have soft mornings, you're able to follow the flow of your day, of whatever you feel like doing in that moment. If it's blowing bubbles in the wind, if it's sitting under a tree and breathing deeply and looking at the sun through the tree, swaying. I just see like a lot of beautiful moments of peace, rest, and recuperation, probably from a period of a busier lifestyle at the beginning of your life, wherever the Six of Swords came from, where you had to just realize it's time to go, and time to move on to kind of brighter days and something that's not so full of mental conflict or too much chaos in your energy. I see that this is where you end up, in this beautiful, abundant, relaxing, rejuvenating energy, full of happiness and full of family and joy. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful life. Let me just grab your charms. I'm just going to mute this because this can be loud. Let's see what you got here. Oh, you got the elephant and the dragonfly, both which came out in group one. So dragonfly, exactly what your fountain card is, that joy, that just enjoying life. That could be a spirit animal for you. The elephant representing abundance, playfulness, has a little red bow there. Also gives me like a youthful energy, like children, how you have like elephant stuffies or elephants in a baby's room. You got this star charm, which shows me like we've tuned into at the beginning with your fountain card being in the clouds, a dream coming to life, something like you've wished upon a star. This is probably what you dreamed about when you were a child, coming into your reality. And this tree, which could not be more meaningful for what we've been picking up on here. You're so grounded, you're so Queen of Pentacles, you're so Empress, you're so in tune with Mother Nature. And this is showing me when you plant one of those, young trees at the, start of a house type of thing, when you move in, and then you see it grow over the decades into this beautiful, powerful tree with this huge trunk and this huge canopy. I see you being somewhere in this life that you're able to build and grow and stay for decades, and you see the time evolve around you, like where everything you've built over time, it becomes more, and it becomes rooted and steady and stable. Really beautiful reading. Thank you so much for being here. It was a pleasure to tune into your future life energy. If another group called to you, then I'll see you there shortly. And if not, I'll see you in another reading in another day. Bye. Hi, Group 3. Welcome to your reading, and thank you so much for being here. We're tuning into your future life. We're going to be finding out all about you, what you're interested in, what your energy, your finance, career, home, love life. So let's start with your card. You chose card 10, which this is one of the cards that I ended up adding after when Spirit showed me the card. And I thought it was a bit unusual for a future life reading, the cave. And then when I was talking to my daughter about it, she likes to see what I'm working on. She also said, this one should stay in. So I'm very curious about your reading. Now there's these kind of two sentinels here, these lions with wings guarding the entrance to this cave. There's two snakes over the entrance to the cave, symbolizing transformation, and there's a fire here. So I actually want to read your card, but the strongest energy I'm getting is that you may be an individual who lives and thrives best in isolation. Obviously, with the cave image, I'm getting hermit energy, hermit, like you might be on a hermitage, be isolated either in the forest, in your home. You may be in a craft that's very isolating, like an author, or someone who's like overseas, or a farmer. There's just certain things that you're not in everyday communication. Like maybe you're working on some sort of camp or something. I'm seeing lots of different possibilities, but I want to get into it more deeply. Let's start with your tarot. Spirit, can you tell us all about the future self, the future you, their interests, their hobbies, kind of the lifestyle they're living for group, I almost said group 10, for group 3s. I'm using the Mystic Psyche Tarot. I chose a different deck intuitively for everyone. So show us about them, about group 3, in their future life, what they've got going on. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so right away, not surprised that you got a Earth card. Like I said, this, I'm feeling strong, like agriculture, farmer, like forest bathing. You live in the trees, you camp a lot. You could be like van life or traveling. Very solo energy I'm getting here. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck, because knights usually rush in, with a message or communication. But the Knight of Pentacles is very steady, stable. This could be like Taurus energy, Capricorn energy. It doesn't have to be. I'm just saying it's that energy. Very methodical, very balanced, very rooted, grounded energy. I see you being closely working or living with the earth. That's the strongest thing that I saw right away. I'm getting like forest energy. I'm seeing like a tent literally in the forest, or an RV. Show us more for group 3, their future life. You could live a nomadic lifestyle, like literally travel around kind of on your own. We will get into love life. It doesn't mean you have to be on your own. Oh, 2 cards came up here. Sorry, those fell on my lap. Strength and the Star. Okay, so I feel like you're in an energy of healing and temperance with the Star card here. I feel like the reason why you choose this kind of hermit lifestyle, or this solo, I keep saying solo, but it doesn't mean you're not going to meet people, or that you don't have a partner with you. But I think even if you have a partner with you in your day-to-day, you're both understanding that you both need your own space, and you're both in this lifestyle because you want to commune with yourself and with nature and with spirit. I'm just checking the reflection on these cards and what angle you can see them. Okay, so if I hold them a little bit towards me is best, because for me that's actually showing reflection, but for you it's not, which is interesting. So with the Star, I feel like it's something that really just calls to your specific heart. It's a lifestyle that not a lot of people understand, but it's your inner light. It's what makes sense to you. It's where you feel best. It's where you thrive, which is a lifestyle that is a little bit less predictable or wildly accepted. Like, I'm seeing you either are completely isolated somewhere in a home, that you enjoy, very simple, like humble space, or you travel a lot solo, like a solo traveler, like I said, even though you may meet people up, or it's a profession, like you work on an oil rig, or you work like up north, or you're out to sea for a lot, or there's just something where, or you're like in environmental science, and you are often testing water or something by yourself, off in like remote areas. Whatever it is, I don't think the career is really like a big focus point for you. I think the career suits your temperance, your energy. And I think you've realized you do best and you thrive when you can be in tune with nature, and when you can be isolated for long periods of time, because I think that has to do with your creative flow and where your energy feels best. What else did you get here? Oh, the strength card. Yeah, exactly what I'm saying. Look at this strength card. A lion and a figure walking through the land, walking through the forest. It's like in order for you to be in true connection with your inner world, with your shadows, with your light, with your higher self, with your lower self, you just have to tune out the outside noise. It is just your nature. It's how you came here. Like there are people who are like that. Like they seek hermitage, they seek isolation, they go into the mountains, they go into a cave. That's your spiritual calling. And at some point in your life, I see you pursue that. And it is your strength. It's where you feel strongest, clearest of mind, clearest of heart, the most on your purpose. It's quite possibly where you hold frequencies for, the new earth and for a higher level of consciousness. So I strongly see that as the energy that you're in a future life if you resonate with this pile. Can you show us if they have any particular career, passion, or income and what that looks like for group 3? Yeah, it's unconventional. That's the word they're giving me. It's an unconventional lifestyle. Ace of Wands. Okay, so it comes to you as an inspired passion, and it's a spark. That how you come across this. And you also have these stars here with that star card. I think that this could be happening now, or this could happen in the future, where you're just like, maybe you see a documentary, right? That's someone who lives this lifestyle, or you have a dream or a vision, or you feel like, the universe or God literally speaks to you and says, you're meant to, be isolated in the mountains, or you're meant to go to Bali and, study this, or you're meant to, there's something that kind of comes out of the sky like a fresh spark of idea, and you take this action on it, and that leads you to this lifestyle. What else about the career? That didn't give us too much. Yeah, the Hanged One and the Six of Wands. Interesting. Okay. So with the hanged one here, it's definitely, this guy looks like Van Gogh to me. So there could be artists here. It's definitely something that's completely unconventional. It's something that you completely see from a different perspective. I don't even know if I'll be able to pick up on it here because it's so specific to you. Your passion and your career might not even be your main source of income. Like I see you might have like a side job, like I said, like that you actually do, and that kind of puts you in that isolated energy. For some of you, it's not. For everybody else, there's a lot of creators here. This could be actual painters, artists, sound healers, singers, authors. It's somewhere that, because the reason I'm getting that is when you're super tuned into the flow of the universe in terms of creative, inspired ideas, Ace of Wands, it takes, for some, self-isolation, because it's too much. It's, to put your finger on the bead of that creative flow, there has to be an element of tuning out the outside world. Not always, but for most, I would say that's how it's most, like, that's why I have the comments closed, for example, on my channel just right now, because for me to be in tune with my guides and to have the clearest channel where I feel like it's not blurred or influenced by outside, thoughts or opinions. Although I love hearing from the community. That's a part that I love, and of course I miss. It can be tempting to start to shift your content towards what people are asking for or saying, or to the energy that I can tune into, because then I can tune into your energy, which does help me read clearer, but it also does create a certain path, right, of the content. And so I feel it's this, and so for me, I just need clarity. I need clarity straight through to spirit and straight through to my inner voice and my inner knowing. And for me, that comes with isolation. Now, some people don't agree with that, or they think that, and I'm still working through that. I don't think that will always be the case for me, but that right now, the energy that I'm in. And so I see that with you. There's something with your creative, either writing or spiritual spiritual teaching or information, like you're channeling information, or healing, or artist, sound healing. There's things that I'm not familiar with, so I can't really put words to them, but there's some other fields that you're in that are very specific, and it's unusual and it's unconventional, and not a lot of people understand it with this hanged one here. But ironically, I think you're wildly recognized in your community for it because you got Six of Wands. So you're highly successful at it, but I don't think that's why you're in it. I think you almost don't want to be. Like, this could be like you're an actor, but you go and you film and then you go back to isolation. Like those method actors that are like, I don't want to be pulled out of my role. I don't want to be pulled on my head. I don't want to have to attend too many events. And they just kind of go back to isolation. Then you see them again in their next project, 3 years later. Same with musicians. There's musicians like that, right? They come out, they're highly recognized, they're praised, but that's not what they're in it for. It's just that their genius is such that it cannot be denied. So on a world stage, it's recognized, it's revered, it's loved, it's acknowledged, it's successful, but then that person, their artist soul, goes back into hiding, like an Emily Dickinson, right? Like they go back into isolation. They can't be in the public eye, or they lose their finger on that pulse of the universe, right? And on their creative flow. So that's what I'm seeing for you for career. It's a very unusual pile and energy here. Like I said, very unconventional. You're definitely a 1 in a million. Not that everybody isn't. Everybody's obviously a 1 in a billion, but you know what I'm saying. It's not a normal lifestyle path here that most would choose or be called to. What else can you show me for... Let's look at your love life, and we'll get some oracle. Oh, actually, let me get these purpose cards, the angel life purpose cards. We might get a little bit more on the career thing. Light and love. Every group has got this. How ironic. So your purpose is to bring divine healing light and love to this world. So we saw that. So whatever your craft is, it's a pure channeled expression of source and of your soul. Show us more for group 3. Oh my gosh. Okay, you got let go, walk away from a situation in order to resolve it. I didn't even know that was in this deck, but I'm going to keep it for you. She's holding a little puppy here, and there's a unicorn bowing here. So regarding your career, it could require you to let go of like an old way of life or an old way of thinking, something that just doesn't feel right to you. Maybe that's what you're currently in, where you're just like, I'm in a toxic environment, or I'm in just an unfulfilling job or space or role. So you getting to this future life, this future career, could have to do with letting go of something that doesn't feel aligned with you. Okay, these two keep wanting to pop off. They popped out twice, so I'm going to take them. Study. Okay, this makes so much sense. Look at the owl here with this angel. Reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. Look at this. It looks like a monk, right? Just by himself, poring over texts with the owl. That's how I see you. Very monastic lifestyle, like hermitage, just isolating yourself, focusing on your craft, focusing on your studies. And energy healing. Your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. 100%. That's what we said. You could be work with earth. You could work with energy. You could be a spiritual teacher. Okay. Now, let's move on to your love life. I'm just curious. I don't really know what's going to come up here. Can you show us about like the romantic connections, if there's any? The only reason I'm feeling like there wouldn't be is because there's this hermit energy here, but it doesn't mean you can't have a partner or love. So let's just see what Spirit says about it. Oh, you got 2 sevens. How interesting. You got the 7 of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords. Okay, so let me see what this is about here. 7 of Swords in this context, this could be about independence or working best in isolation or on your own. This could be about being a little bit closed off to love, or feeling that it's just not for you, or it's not conducive to your lifestyle, or just it's just not on your heart right now. I get that. I see family and friends being very vocal. This could be happening now, saying like, well, you're never going to meet someone like that, or don't you want to have a family? Don't you want to settle down? You want to be alone your whole life? This is about standing your ground while people challenge your position and having confidence in your choice. So I don't know what your choice is. That hasn't come up yet, whether you've chosen to have a partner or pursue that later in life, or whether you're with someone that people are like, you're not going to settle down and live a normal lifestyle. But there's some choice regarding your lifestyle. It could be a monastic lifestyle where you've chosen to be celibate, or you've chosen just to focus on being solo so that you can, not be distracted by the outward, distractions that obviously a second person's energy can bring. I don't know what it is for you specifically. Seven of Pentacles. Interesting. So Seven of Pentacles is about nurturing something, putting care into something, and kind of assessing and seeing how it's going and making necessary adjustments in order for it to continue to grow, just like you would water a plant, right? Does it need more sunlight? Does it need more water? So let's get another one, because I'm not getting, so does that mean you do choose carefully, maybe, if there are things you want to invest in? Let's get one more. One more for romantic connections for group 3. Spirit. Interesting that you got 7-7, which is showing some sort of partnership. That's just the mirroring or the doubling. Could be meaningful number to you. Eight of Swords. Okay. Interesting how so much swords is coming up here. So the Eight of Swords is about feeling trapped or limited by something, but you have the power to release yourself from that. Really interesting. So I'll just tell you what I'm getting, right? Only take this if it resonates. This is a future life reading, so it might not be applicable until you're in this energy. I feel like it does cause you mental conflict. I feel like you are most comfortable in this life with not having anyone kind of in your life and being solo. But I do feel like you're challenged on it constantly. And I do feel like you consider that often. Like you're like, am I doing the wrong thing? Am I missing out on a family? Am I missing out on a partnership? I think it causes you, you question it. I think you're the type of person who would question that and reflect on it. Am I doing the right thing? Can I have both? How can I live this lifestyle, if, and can I make room for a partner, or is that the life for me? With the Seven of Pentacles, I do see, and the Eight of Swords, I do see that it really comes down to question mark. It's a question mark. There could be Seven of Pentacles, something that comes up. I think if you saw that a person who spoke to your heart and you felt was aligned with you and your journey, I do feel like you would invest in that. You would invest in it and see how it goes and assess and make necessary adjustments as required. I do feel like you wouldn't completely say no if it came across your path, but I don't think it's a huge thing on your plate at this point. Whenever you're in this future timeline, I don't think it's a huge desire or a huge part of your life. I think you're heavily focused on your work, your craft, your inner world. And I think Spirit's showing that if you wanted to remove yourself from that situation and partner up, you could. Eight of Swords, if you wanted to extricate yourself from that, solo life or that, mental positioning of I'm alone, you could take a sword and cut through that tie and be like, okay, I am going to partner up if there was someone. Let's get one more card for it. Let's get one of these. Love kind of, they're not love cards, but they're just a little bit more about relationships. Show us a little bit here for love for group 3. In this future life timeline. What's kind of going on there? There it is. Water. Okay, give us one more. I didn't even know that card was in there, but I do get it what it's saying because you have that star here. So it could be a water sign. But with the water, it's emotions, right? And with that this kettle pouring into this cup, I do see that Spirit saying there could come to a point where you want to share your love with another and pour into somebody else. And with that Seven of Pentacles, which literally can mean water a garden, it's not strong energy coming up here, but I see that there's, if it presented, because I can't know the specific exact timeline that you're going to be on at this exact point, but what if you choose one of the timelines where you line up with someone when you're in this energy, I see that you seeing that there could be benefit from pouring into another. Let's get one more for love. I'm just curious. I think you are too. Show us any other possibilities for love for group 3 in this future life timeline. I don't know if they're gonna, oh, there it is. Success. Okay. So I see like exactly what it's showing. It's not definitive, but if that's what you chose, it would be a success. It really will come down to choice. It depends where you're at your life. I see that if that's something you want to, you know, unbind yourself from, this solo life, then you might choose that and you might choose to pour into somebody. And if you did, it would be a success. But I see whatever you choose, it would be a success. If you choose to be completely solo for the rest of your life, then in terms of your love life, you would consider that a success because it's a single cup here. It's a single urn, right? So I don't think it's going to show us, see how, look, it could either be 2 things being poured into, or it could be 1 and both would be successful for you. I don't think you would be unhappy with whichever one you chose in this lifetime. Because your inner life is so rich. That's why I don't feel like you need that. You don't have that need or that real desire for partnership. But if there came an opportunity, I think that you would invest in it and see where it went. Okay, let's get a final card for you and some charms. Actually, can you show us anything else about their home? Because we didn't really get into that too much. Show us anything else about their home. I think like I said, you're living in isolation somewhere, but is there anything noteworthy about their actual home in their future life? For group 3. Okay. Here it is. Oh, King of Cups. So it's emotionally fulfilling. I don't think it's anything particular. It could be near the water, obviously, with the cups there, like this king's on the throne, literally surrounded by water. You could be on an island or at the seaside or a beach house or somewhere that is surrounded by water. Like I said, like an island, but even if it's a large island, like Australia or something. Whatever it is, you're the king of it. It's your emotional safety. It's where you feel emotionally thriving. You feel so like just yourself in your home. I really strongly get that it's transient. Like you could travel from Airbnb to Airbnb. You could be in the forest one day and then in the mountains the next. You know, like you could be camping a lot, traveling by foot, like I said, in an RV or nomadic lifestyle, because not a lot has come up here indicating any sort, like I haven't even got any like particular, like the cave and the forest is the strongest messages that I'm getting, so I'm not going to force that anymore because I don't think we're going to get any sort of like defined structure. Can you give us one more card to wrap up group 3? And I'm going to get your charms too. Charms don't really seem your vibe, but I'm going to do it anyway just for fun. See what comes up. Give us a final card for group 3 for the strongest energy of their future life that we can read right now. Yeah, Magician in the Mirror. This came out in group 1. It's your inner world. You're going inward to tune in to your inner world. Look at this magician. It's like, you know, in the white robes, it's like that wizard energy. The infinity symbol is over his head. He's got water in one hand, fire in another hand. You're just in your truest, authentic harmony with your soul, with source. You're communing with spirit. And your power, you have Ace of Wands. You get lots of ideas. You're a powerful manifester, but I don't think you project your manifestational, prowess towards things that most people would in a 3D plane. I think you're in different dimensional resonance where you're more about nature. Like, I really just see that being key to you, that you can be in nature for a large part of the day, that you're self sufficient, that you're working with the laws of the universe and with Mother Earth and in harmony with them. It's really like a high integrity type path. Not that other ones aren't, but I just see you being just your soul's resonance and just a humble kind of, what is this like energy? It's just this, your focus point is just different from others. That's the only way that I can explain it. I'm going to get you your charms just for curiosity. I'm going to mute this because it's loud. 1 second. Okay, I probably got you way too many here. Oh, see? Look at that. The cross right away. Like, it's something, I don't know what that word is, but you're just spiritually led. That's your main priority. So we got the cross there. We've got this dragonfly that came out for all three groups, which could be your spirit animal, just indicating just alignment and joy, success on your path. The butterfly. Okay, so we saw that with the two snakes over the cave. Heavily, you're focused on self-development, inner transformation, and I think really moving frequencies here on this earth plane. I think that's just a big focus of yours. You got this moon with the star. Now, that does indicate partnership for me. This could also be you in alignment with your higher self. You also had the star, the actual star card there, and as well as these stars, all with the Ace of Wands. So you could have some sort of recognition. Like I said, that would be unexpected. There is also a star here at the top of the Six of Wands. You may not expect that. Like, maybe you're a recluse author and your book just completely takes off, but you don't want to do any public showings, or there is something about that here. Like I mentioned, you end up being recognized for your gifts, like an artist or something. The four-leaf clover. So, lucky, synchronistic. I mean, how could you not be if you're in a line? You got two four-leaf clovers. Look at that. Okay, so now hold on a second, because look at this. You got two four-leaf clovers and you got two moons with the star. So this is either you and your higher self, just like pure alignment, or you do end up having a divine partnership, because to have the twos, and you also had the two sevens. Remember, that came out. So it is showing like there's alignment with somebody, but it might be in an unconventional way, because it's not showing a lot for like conventional love here, which would make sense given your energy. Okay, look at this. You got the cactus. So people might say that, like, oh, because this is what it is, right? This teacup. If you're poured into, like, you last a long time, King of Cups. Like, that's what cactuses do. They only have to have a little bit of water. I don't see you having to have too much social interactions, too much external validation, or any like emotional pouring into beyond your own internal. You've realized how to connect with source, with the universe. You know how to do that, and so that does eliminate that need for kind of pulling from external sources, whether it's like, exciting, interesting hobbies or social media or other people to feed, your emotional well. You're a King of Cups. You know how to do that. That's why you got this cactus. That's hilarious. And then you got this trilogy. So now this could be showing you in harmony, your mind, body, soul. This could be you end up having a child, or you have a child now, showing three. Just three could be meaningful for you, or you could be kind of in a lot of different places. Like I said, I see you kind of being, maybe you're really seen on one public stage, but you live somewhere else and you travel somewhere else. Whatever that three means to you. I didn't think we would get much from the charms. It's not too strong of a thing in your energy, but I just wanted to see. So we did get a little bit there. All right, my friend, you were definitely one of a kind. You definitely have a completely different life path and style, and I think that's incredible and courageous. I totally get you because I'm like strong hermit energy, but like I wouldn't probably not to your level. Maybe that's a future life for me. Again, this is future life. So, I mean, sometimes now we might not see it. And then in 10 years, you'll be like 5 years or a year, you'll be like, wait a second. Remember that reading? And now I find myself, traveling around the country in a van alone or whatever the case is, camping out and tuning into my inner world and working on my craft. Whatever it is, it's a beautiful, peaceful, really deep, authentic, meaningful life full of purpose and full of wonder and full of the mysteries of life and communing with spirit in a way that I think most probably don't or won't or don't have the opportunity to experience those depths. So, like, absolutely fascinating. Thank you for joining me here. If another group happened to call to you, I doubt it, but if it happened to call to you, I'll see you in another group. And if not, hopefully I'll see you in another reading on another day. Bye. Hi, group four. Welcome to your reading all about your future life. You chose card 48, which is the sun in this deck, with the sun citrine. So, really beautiful energy starting here already. We're going to tune into the energy of the card, then get tarot looking at you, your hobbies, interests, what you're kind of into, your energy in your future life, your career, finances, love life, and your future home. Also, so let's first get into this card. I am getting a lot of warmth here, so it's possible you've moved somewhere warm or to a climate where it's frequently sunny. I know that seems obvious, but I can't not mention it when I'm actually sensing that. I'm sensing you are in your divine masculine energy. That's what the sun represents. You're probably very ambitious, getting a lot done, having a lot of success and achievement and recognition in this future timeline. There's a lot of growth here with the four sunflowers here. There's a lot of achievements that you've kind of got under your belt at this point that you're very happy with and pleased with. Okay, let's get into your tarot. I'm using the Prism Tarot for your group. Okay, show us for group 4, all about them, what they've got going on, their personal energy, hobbies, interests, their lifestyle in their future timeline here. Oh wow, you got victory and the strength card. Okay, so card 6, this is the 6 of Wands. So recognition, reward, you're feeling victorious, you're feeling successful. Of course, you have the sun card, you're feeling like you have achieved your dreams at this point. There are things that you're very proud of, that you've been recognized for, that you're like, yes, I did it. You finished school, you got your dream job, you got your dream house. You're feeling pretty victorious and successful. And strength card, compassion. I always find it interesting, it says compassion on this strength card, but for you, I'm getting that you're very stable. You're feeling very strong, independent. You know who you are. I think you've worked through any inner voices or inner criticisms that maybe you had in your earlier years where you're like, you know what? I know my strengths. I know my worth. I know my value. I know my weaknesses too. And I think you speak more gently and kindly to yourself. I think you've done a lot of work on self-love at this point in your life, and that's a big part of, I think, your daily routine. I think you probably continue to do your affirmations or your journaling. I think you know how important it is to show compassion for yourself and for others as we're navigating these challenges of life. Sorry, those ones kind of flew off. Oh, look at this. 7 of Clouds. Okay, so this is what I think that you've overcome. This is the 7 of, let's say 7 of Air. 7 of Swords, scarcity mentality. I think that at this point in your life, you've overcome any sort of scarcity mentality, lack thinking that you're not worthy, thinking that you're not deserving. I think that you've really conquered that that voice inside, or that thinking that maybe you used to feel like there's not enough, or people are out to get me, or the universe is out to get me. At this point in your life, you're like, you know what? No, I'm the creator of my own reality. I know exactly how to achieve my goals, because this sun energy is very strong. This is action, right? This is Wands energy, which is exactly what you got, the Six of Wands. And I think that you have battled that mentality and won. I think you probably were born into maybe that type of thinking, or maybe your parents were like, money doesn't grow on trees, or you were just born into a circumstance where you were like, there's just not enough, maybe into poverty or very difficult beginning situations. And I think you really realize the power of your actions and your inspired ideas to create what it is that you want and to move the needle towards your dreams. And in your future life, you've achieved these things. You've really put to rest that negative inner voice that says that you can't have, or that things aren't enough. This is Eight of Cups. This came out in group 1 also. Walk away. You've walked away from anything emotionally unfulfilling at this point in your life. I think you've been through the toxic relationships. You've been through the toxic jobs. I love that this card comes up in this type of reading. This is exactly the energy that I would want to find it in a future life reading. You've realized there are things in life that are emotionally unfulfilling, and you're no longer wasting your time, your energy, your breath on people who don't appreciate you, who don't reciprocate energy, on projects or careers that are draining, on anything, friendships that do not pour back into you. You're very rooted in what feels like sun to you, what feels like your light. Okay, show us a little bit more for them before we get into career, because I'm very curious. Balance, justice. Okay, you're living a very balanced life. I see that with the scarcity mentality, Seven of Swords and the Eight of Cups here. You have found your inner set point. What's alignment for you? And I think you no longer in this future life have to identify and kind of go through all of those bumps in the road where it's like, is this the right relationship for me? Am I in the right career? You figured this out and you have this balance. Your lifestyle is very balanced. I see you having a lot of physical wellness, vitality, wholeness. You're probably eating in a way that suits your body. You're probably moving in a way that suits your body. I would say that you're on top of your house hold, on top of your finances. You know how to go out and have a good time, but then you know when you need to recover and rest. You're not burning yourself out at both ends. I see that you have a lot of like this sun energy. You know how to balance the masculine and feminine energy within you, when to be in the receiving mode and when to be in the action mode and the doing mode. Okay, show us career and finance. Let's get right into that, because I think the rest of about you will be revealed here as we go. Oh, those wanted to come out right away. Security. Okay, so you got the Four of Pentacles here. So you're feeling very secure. You've saved enough for a rainy day. You have probably investments at this point. You have probably retirement savings. You probably have property at this point. You've accumulated enough that you feel safe and stable, and that you have a foundation, and that you feel like you have made it in a sense in your world. With this Victory card, I feel like you don't go to bed at night wondering if you can pay your rent. You don't go to bed at night wondering if they're going to turn the lights off, which is, I feel like, something that you had to overcome here with the scarcity mentality. I think that you really had to overcome a beginning of your incarnation here that trained you into a lack-based mentality. That's what you saw, that's what you witnessed, and that's obviously what you adopted. And I think with the Strength card and the balance, you overcame that. You left behind it because it never felt right to you. You never liked having limits on you. You never liked feeling when people would say to you, oh, you're too big for your britches. Oh, don't dream too big. Well, it can be a disappointment. That's probably too good to be true. I feel like none of those things ever resonated with you. You were always like, well, why can't it be too good? Why does it have to be too good to be true? Why can't it just be really, really great for me? Why can't the sun be out every day? Which is maybe why you moved to a climate at this point where the weather is more in line with your energy, because I feel like even that bothered you if you're in a climate geographically that is not like, not that the weather has to affect your mood, but I feel like you're like, I came into this arcanation and I feel best in the sun and good weather. And that, so that's, or you could even like have moved to a vacation spot, like a favorite vacation spot, like an actual beach or tropical location. I'm seeing for some of you at this point in this future timeline, because I think that you're never one that was willing to settle for less. You're not one. There's a strong like Leo energy coming through here with the sun and the compassion card. I'm just getting strong Leo in both of them. Also the Six of Wands. I'm just seeing that you were never one who was okay to accept that there was limits on you. I think that you always understood your ability to create your own reality, and you, in this future life, you've created that. You have financial security here. Literally says security. What else for career here? Yeah, the Fool, take the leap. You definitely take a path that most people don't take. You could start your own business, you could move abroad, you could travel and like work remotely. I think that you take a leap on something that leads you to this success. Like you could be, you started up a business, you started up an app, you developed an app, you create something that no one else have. You start something on social media and it completely takes off. You start a business, you start a company. I'm seeing that you do something in your career that's, of course, passionate and lights you up, but something, it's, I don't see it being like you go into a already fixed career path. You could do that at some point in your life, but this time that I'm tuning into, you take the leap on something. You take a risk on something that feels like a fresh adventure that other people have no idea how to do. It's something very specific to you, like it's your own business, your own thing, your own career path. That could be writing a book, like I said, developing an app, starting an entire business, starting a clothing line, starting some sort of like renewable resource. Like it's just something that's very specific to you, but it's you. It's your baby. It's your passion. You start it from the ground up. You're completely victorious. It makes you very successful and emotionally stable, and you're very seen because of it. Like everybody knows so and so created this app, or so and so sold their business for this much money, or so and so took a risk and, you know, did this or wrote this, you know, jaw-dropping book, or did this. Like there's something where it's like you're like, I'm going to do this and this is going to be my legacy. Or you could be the first of something. I'm seeing like the first female this or that to da 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 da, or the first African American this or that to do this or that, or the first person of this descent to hold this position. Like there's just something where it's like a first, the first Latin, you know, person to move here and hold this position in this area. Like it could be something in politics. Even I'm seeing with the sun there in victory. Okay, show me more for career. Oh my gosh. So much wanting to come out here. See, that's what I said, legacy. It's something that, didn't I even say legacy? It's just, you got the Ten of Pentacles. This is just something that like you develop and someone either buys it off you and you just make a lot of money from it, but it's also you're known for it. Like you leave a legacy. Your career is a big part of your life. In the future life, I'm getting it. I don't even call it career. It's like you develop or create something, and it's huge. You probably already maybe know what this is, but maybe not. It could be something that your life circumstances with the Seven of Swords there and the Eight of Cups leads you to realize. You walk away from something, or you see a need for something and you create it. And that becomes your legacy. You have a lot of financial stability in this. You could possibly be retired in this scenario, like retired very early. Like I would say in your mid 40s or earlier. Or 50s for some of you, or earlier, like depends where you are. I would see, I guess I shouldn't have said age because it just depends, there's too many timelines, but I would say you retire 10 to 15 years earlier than you anticipated. Show us more. The World is exactly what I said. You're completely successful. Completion, world stage, you've achieved something huge. that most people wouldn't expect. You probably traveling now. You're probably very well known and recognized. And it's a completion of something that you came here to achieve, that your soul was like, I'm going here to develop this product, app, business, company, process, invention, write this book, write this song, discover this, and you do it. And it's like, it's so natural to you. Oh, I'm going to get you these oracle cards. It's so natural to you because you came here for this. And you're meant to be known for that. Show us more. These are life purpose angel cards. Okay, you got nutrition. This came out in another group. You conduct healing work with your culinary skills. So this could be like you open a restaurant and it becomes a huge restaurant chain, or you open some sort of or you discover something, like you discover some sort of component of a plant property and you make it into some sort of medicinal thing, or tincture or serum that's very healing, or some sort of just, I see it being something very revolutionary. So it could have to do with medicine, nutrition, plant medicine. Show us more. Obviously this is a general reading, so there's different scenarios. So if that's not the one that applies to you, then take which one feels like your truth. Animals. Okay. You understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance because animals are a part of your life's work. So same thing. This could be having something to do with animals, like animal psychic or animal sanctuary, or veterinary or veterinary surgeon, or therapy through animals. Farming, for example. I'm seeing dogs, so maybe like a dog trainer or something like this. Give us a couple more of these. And then we're going to get into your love and home also. Oh, that one wanted to come off. Sensitivity. Okay, you're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. Okay, so that's a good tip. So this can happen, right, when we start to kind of like, especially if you're moving from a scarcity mentality and walking away from things that are emotionally unfulfilling, that's because the distortions and the illusions and the projections start to really feel heavy, and we start to become more sensitive to our soul, to our soul's truth, to our light, to our authenticity, to our clarity. And as you do that, you start to identify which things don't feel right for me, what feels like lack, what feels like lies, what feels like illusion, and you start to move away from them and towards your own truth. So it's possible that your spiritual gifts start to develop, or you just start to have more clarity about your path. We'll get you one more of these, because this is a really fascinating energy here. I'm like, what are y'all inventing and developing? 2 came out. See, career change, speaker. I 100% see speaker, because I see you accepting a lot of awards here with the World and the Sun. You're highlighted a lot. So you're invited to a lot of things. So-and-so created this. Please welcome so-and-so, the founder of this. Your life purpose involves your skills of oration. You could be speaking, a public speaker, politics, like I said, teaching, some sort of director of something, giving a lot of presentations, marketing, selling your product, business management, kind of like on the world stage. This could also be acting for some of you. And this career change, which we just saw in the sensitivity. You're embarking upon a career that brings you joy and abundance you desire and deserve. So it's possible that the career you're in now doesn't end up being the career that you end up in this future life. It's possible it's the same thing, or it kind of leads from that. But those are some really good insights. And you got the 10 of Pentacles legacy card. So we obviously can already see that you're financially abundant and very prosperous and stable here with the security card. Okay, let's get into your love life. Curious. Yeah, let's get some tarot first, then we'll get some oracle. We'll put these here and we'll fill this in. Oh, also you could be in courts or legal, because they just showed me this justice card here with that Libra energy. So you could be in that field also, a judge or a prosecutor or an attorney or a defender, or whatever all of those are. Okay, show us their love life and romantic connections in their future life. What's going on? Do they have a partner? Are they married? Are they single? Are they dating? If you're with someone now, maybe you're married or in a long-term connection, it could be this person that we see show up here also. Ooh, that one wanted to come out. Master of Clouds, intellect. Okay, so this is the King of Swords. So it's possible, that makes so much sense because just your energy, if you're in politics or business, I see you being with a King of Swords energy, Queen of Swords. So this is somebody who's super direct, super clear, highly intellectual. You probably talk about your business world together, whatever it is that you do. You know, come back and talk about the cases that you've studied or whatever you're allowed to talk about. You know, if you're a therapist or if you're in school for this, or just as you go, I see you being in a connection. Now, I do see you being in a connection. This is either the person you're with, or if you're partnered up now, or someone you meet in your future life. Because for a king to come out, it's usually representative of a person when you're asking about love. So I do see someone who's very mature, intellectual, intelligent, has a lot of experience about the world, a lot of clarity. They speak very directly to you. They're an excellent communicator. Now, how interesting that you got the speaker card. Your life purpose involves your skills of oration, of communication. So this could be someone who's in a similar field and you meet at work, or you meet at one of your speaking events, or at one of your seminars, or one of your conferences, or you attend one of theirs and you meet. So you end up having a partnership with a King of Swords energy, someone who's very smart and intelligent, very clear-minded. Okay, so 20, Judgment, Reckoning. So you could have a moment in life, maybe you go through some clarity regarding your love life or your relationships where you're like, oh my gosh, I actually want to be married, or oh my gosh, I actually want to be single, or oh my gosh, this relationship that I'm currently in is not for me. Maybe you go through a period of awakening and of truth. So I definitely see that there's some sort of point in your life, in your love life, where you're like, hold on a second. You know, maybe you're single, you're focusing on your career, and then you realize, like, hold on a second, I want a family, I want a partner. So there is some sort of aha moment regarding your love life that brings you to this person. It could be like you're in an unhappy marriage at that point or something like this, and you realize that, and you know, free yourself from that and then meet this person or something like that. Okay, yeah, because you got the Ten of Swords here, endings. So I think that your love life comes on the heels of another relationship ending. Now, if you're going through a divorce or a separation or a breakup right now, then you probably understand exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, it's very common, I would say, that a new relationship starts on the heels, obviously, of one ending, not right away, but, you know, I think that in this future timeline, you go through a period where you've had some difficult endings and some wake up moments where you're like, why am I with this person? Yeah, because you have the Eight of Cups. So I see you walking away. That's probably part of that. You definitely have periods where you are in relationships, but I don't think you find the right fit until you find this King of Swords energy, because there's some period in your life where something ends and you have this judgment moment and you're like, gosh, I got to get out of this relationship. This is not for me, or I got to pick better, or, you know, they say your picker's off or whatever, or I've got to extricate myself from this toxicity. This is emotionally unfulfilling. And your love life takes off in your future life when you after you have this kind of judgment moment, this awakening and this ending of something else. So it's quite possible that you've either had one or two marriages at this point, or one or two long-term relationships that didn't work out before you meet this person. You may be like, yeah, tell me about it. I've already had those. I've been through them. So then this is showing you that, but I want to find out more about the actual connection. Spirit, can you tell us more about this Master of Clouds connection? Show us more about their actual, the love, the person that they meet, the connection. Actually, they want to get one more tarot. They said, they were like, we're not done. Sorry. One more for that empty spot. I feel you. One more for the future connection. What is it like? Who are they like? What's the connection like? Okay, the moon shadow work. See, I feel that. Do you guys feel that with the Ten of Clouds and the Judgment? This connection is something that you really can be yourself. It purges. It purges the scarcity mentality, any of your demons from the past. This is someone who works through you. Okay, the spirit's showing me so clearly. If you have been in relationships where it felt like everything was fine and dandy and you were loved and accepted as long as you were perfect, as long as you were happy and pleasing, and then the moment you had a bad day, you were emotional, you got triggered, you were frustrated, you showed any side of your shadow, you were rejected. The person went cold, emotionally withdrew from you, said there's something wrong with you. This King of Cups sees the truth of who you are, and they are so intelligent that they understand people are multifaceted. There is so much going on in life. This person is not here to please me and to feather my nest and to be some sort of shining beacon of softness and love and all of the time. You know, that's great when they're in that energy, but they are sovereign and I am sovereign, and we can both be in our own moods and on our own journey and still in this connection. This is someone who sees your shadows and does not ever run, which is, I think, what you were challenged with in the past. This Master of Clouds is completely accepting of all of the depth of your emotions, all of your past, your memories, your present, your future, your hopes, your dreams, the things you're proud of, the things you're not proud of. They don't run. They don't run. That's the difference in this connection. They see your shadows and they love you even more for it. Show us more. I'm so curious about this connection for you guys for group 4. Honor. Okay. So this is a K here for king. This is oh yeah, you have the K for the king. You have King of Clouds, King of Air. This is someone honorable. This is someone who's going to do right by you, who makes you feel like a queen or a king or a princess or whatever you want to feel like. You feel completely respected and honored by them. They would never talk behind your back. They would never speak down to you. They would never, pull away and reject you. They communicate through everything. That's what a King of Air is. A King of Swords is a master communicator. They will speak anything to you and get to the bottom of it. Let's fix this. I love you. Tell me about your work. They know your inner workings. What I noticed about you is this. Like, what do you think about that? Does this work better for you? They honor and respect you. There could be marriage there because there's that word there. I honor. What is it? When you say your vows, that word's in there. Honor. I'm going to start running in a room for y'all. How could we do this, Spirit? I'm going to get another one for that, and then I just want to see about your future home. Another one for relationship. I am going to do I do have a soulmate reading up if you want to check it out, and I'm going to do another new soulmate reading in a couple weeks. So you can check that out if you want to get more specifics. Obviously, we can't get fully into everything here because it's a whole future life reading. Success. So this one is a success. So if you do have multiple relationships that you don't feel like worked out, this one in your future life, this King of Air, it doesn't have to be an air sign, by the way, but it's just representing that that's the person's energy if you align with that. This one's successful. This one takes the trophy. This one's the winner. You found the winner. You found the king. You found the king. So this is probably, I would say, your long-term partner here, because I don't think that would be an energy that you would need to walk away from. 8 of Cups, like in your previous things. Now let's find out about your future home as much as Spirit can show us here. Oh, let's get one of these. Oh no, let's get tarot. I've got too many cards for you, so we're going to have to layer them a little bit. Can you show us anything about the future home? Now, I do have a whole future home reading also. I'm not trying to show you the reading. I'm just saying if you want to get more in depth, I'll link it somewhere in the description, since we did have a home component here. Show us a couple cards for future home here. Okay, let's see what you got here. So the first one you got was, the Lovers. Oh my God. Okay, so you live here with your person. There's obviously... The Lovers can mean many things, but if we're asking about your future home and there's a big heart with 2 hands connecting, I would say you're living here with this king energy person. You guys have a life together. You either move in together, you either get married, commit, you share a home together. Okay, but show us more. And you obviously you love it. Oh, you had the Two of Clouds, but okay, got you. It was Two of Clouds, so Two of Swords. It says indecision, but you got it in reverse. So I see that you're very clear. In this future home, there's no question. You don't feel unsure like maybe you have in past. Now, they're not giving us much about your actual future home location, so maybe it's too specific. Let's get one of these cards and see if we can see anything. Can you show us anything else about their future home? I can just tell you from channeled, I do see probably you're in a city or a suburban area just because of the work you do. I feel like you probably travel a lot. So you're probably close to an airport or close to conveniences. A regular, like maybe a condo, a high rise, a beautiful home, you know, in a nice area. I feel like you're very busy. You've got a lot going on and you're probably in a cityscape. Yeah, contracts. You had the scales. Again, look at this. You had the justice. Look at the camera if you're not. And then the scales. You have two sets of scales here. So I think you probably own your home because you've had to sign a contract. It could be a lease, but you're there long term. Most likely you've bought this place. You've signed offers. And I would say you quite possibly are in the legal field like we saw because you had the contract here with the scales and the books, and I saw that before. So for some of you, that's a part of your life, and that's why you have to be close to the city because you're in politics or you're in legal or something where you need to be accessible to like public transit and a lot of different office buildings. You're probably having like business lunches and moving around. So I see you owning your own home or a condo that works for you. That's turnkey. You probably don't have a lot of time with what you've got going on to like renovate or like start something from scratch or have your own garden. I don't think that's the energy here. This is very like you probably have restaurants close to you, a lot of amenities, nightlife, things that you like to do. This could be like New York, London, things like this. Wow. Like y'all energy is super strong, super bright, super, you guys got a lot going on, super ambitious. Thank you so much for being here. Spirit is drawing your reading to a close. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I hope that you enjoyed it also. If you felt called to any other group, then I will see you there shortly. And if not, I'll see you in another reading on another day. Bye. Hi, Group 5. Welcome to your reading. You were drawn to card 35, the Otters, with the two most adorable and love-looking otters I've ever seen, with this heart over it, and the two-tone crystal, which also shows like partnership or blending of souls to me. Now we're looking at your future life. I'm going to just channel from the card for you, then we'll read from the guidebook, then we're going to look at you, your overall energy, what you're into, what you're doing in your future life, your career, your finances, your home, and your love life. Now, let's actually start from reading from your guidebook, my guides are saying, so I'm not going to question that because they're always pretty much right. It says, life will bring you the love you deserve. Make sure you know what you deserve. The energy of this tender otters reminds you that the soul craves feeling connected to the source. When it feels separate, it will try to find a way to heal. The healing is sometimes in the form of self-love, by being your guardian and giving yourself the nurture and care you need. But other times, this healing will come from a mirror on the outside in the form of a relationship. A deep connection will bring you awareness of yourself. It might be a romantic relationship or a strong bond with someone else, like a friend, a business partner, but this connection will help you to recognize your light as well as your shadows. It will test you, but it will also allow you to grow and become conscious of patterns in your life that need changing. Everyone is a teacher and everyone brings a lesson, and you're meant to find them. This is about healthy collaborative relationships, finding romance, loving yourself, experiencing joy, feeling loved, and feeling empathy. Now, I was tempted to not pick this card because it's so obviously about relationship and love. Everyone knows otters stay with their mate for life, and you can just feel, like, I don't know how the illustrator of this card caught this expression. They're so in love. It's like the sweetest energy I've ever seen on a card, these two. But I wanted to include that because for some people, finding that romantic partner, that connection, that is their soul's path. That is a huge part of their soul's journey. And I wanted to include this energy. I could feel the energy of this card just radiating off the card, this group. So I wanted to definitely include this. So we're doing the light seers for you. Show us for group fives, what's going on in their future life. Show us all about them. What are their passions, hobbies, lifestyle? What's the main, strongest things you can tell us for group 5? Ooh. These two. Oh, of course. These are my two strongest relationship cards that I get. This came out in one other group. You could be from there, from a completely different tarot deck. 6 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles. So let's start with this. Look at both of these cards. Look at the sharing, the reciprocity, the collaboration. We'll start with the 6 of Pentacles. This is my favorite card of reciprocity, equal give and take, fair energy balance. So if you've ever been in connectships, friendships, partnerships, where it's like, when you have a group project when you were in like middle school, and like someone ends up always doing all the work, or 1 or 2 people, and everyone else is kind of like slacking, and there's always that one that's like, I'm not doing anything, and you got to pick up their weight. And that's the first time I remember feeling that unfairness, that inequality, in an energy exchange when I was in my youth, and being like, you're not doing your fair share. We're all, doing this project and you're not helping. And so that can come up a lot in collaborations, partnerships, friendships, and relationships. This equal give and take. You check on them, they check on you. You ask about their day, they want to hear about your day. It's not one-sided. It's completely balanced, and it's this beautiful flow of sharing and caring. So what's going on with you is that you're feeling equally poured into, and it's making you feel safe to equally pour into others. So you probably have very balanced connections, relationships, family dynamics around you, business things. You're just feeling balanced in your life. Then you got the 3 of Pentacles. So again, more collaboration. You're in a very harmonious energy in this future life. Now, this future life timeline can be tomorrow, it can be now, it can be a year from now, it can be 5 years from now. I'm just tuning into a timeline surrounding your energy. If you resonated with this group, that's showing kind of painting a picture of what your future life could feel like or look like. So here we have, it looks like a mom maybe knitting, a wall hanging, maybe the dad or the other partner is hanging it, and maybe the girl or a friend or someone else is giving advice, the daughter, about where to hang it. This is that collaboration. You're all working together to build a beautiful life, to build a business. So I see you strongly in collaboration in your future timeline with other people in harmony. You probably have a lot of friends, family, social dynamics around you. You could work in a collaborative environment, like with a group of people that you say is your family, that you also go out for dinner after and you attend each other's weddings. Maybe you've created a business where you're working really closely with people who are like family to you. Show us more for group 5's general energy in their life, what they've got going on. The Sun. Oh, wonderful. only the best card coming up for you here. So you're feeling good. You're feeling joy. I mean, how could you not? You got the 6 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Otters in love. You're feeling joy in this future life timeline. You're feeling happiness, connection. You feel abundant. You feel emotionally fulfilled. You are happy. You are happy, period. I'm going to put that there beside the Otters. You're loving your life, basically. You're feeling high energy. You're feeling vital and alive. You're feeling like motivated to do things that you're interested in and taking action on things that are interesting to you. Give us one more and then we'll get into career. I am seeing this one. It's just calling to me. The Emperor, yeah. You're feeling in control of your life. You're in authority of your life. Aries, that's Aries energy. That's fire energy. That's Wands energy. That's doing. You feel like you've got your ish together and you're happy. You feel in control. You're the authority of your life. It's not like that, you know, and sometimes in our earlier years, we can feel very uncertain or like we're being influenced by outside things or society. Where are you going to go to school? What are you going to do when you get older? There can be a lot of outside voices from our parents, from our friends, from our teachers. This is, you step into your emperor energy. You're like, I know what I'm doing. I know my path. I know my heart. I know my goals. I know my passions, and I'm in steady pursuit of them. They're lighting me up, and I'm happy about them. So you're feeling in a really good place in your future life here, really positive cards coming out so far. Let's tune right into your career and finances and what's going on there. Show us about Group 5's career, passions, and financial situation in this future life. There's already like generosity showing up here with the Six of Pentacles, so you're already feeling provided for. Page of Swords. Okay, so you could be studying. You could be learning a new career. You could be in school in this future timeline. You could be interested in many things that are kind of more of an analytical nature, or you're pursuing learning or intelligence. Like this figure here, she's reading from a book, and she's holding all of these light bulbs like balloons. This is like you're interested maybe in many things, or you go back to school or to get your accreditation on something that maybe is very been calling to you your whole life. Okay, show us more. I'm going to get you some actual life purpose career cards after we get a couple tarot out here for this. Queen of Swords. Of course, you get the Page of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Okay, so these in connection is showing me that you start as in a page energy, a novice, unknown. You learn something about this career path, and then you become the queen of it. Then you become the master of it. You know about it. You're a leader on it. You're an authority on it. You have intellect on it. You're well versed in it, and it's something that you're very knowledgeable about. Okay, so this could be something you went to school for. This could be something that you're doing now, or something that you study or learn about, or that you start as an entry-level position about and then excel through the ranks. Let's get you some career cards here before we go into the tarot more for other things. Okay, show us more about their career options. Obviously, it's general, so it's going to show you a bunch of options. Only take what resonates. Okay, this came out in another group too. Sensitivity. You're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. This is the life purpose deck. So this could be something that you're discovering now, that maybe the work environment you're in or certain work environments aren't conducive to you. Maybe they're too loud, or they're too chaotic, or they're full of too many people, or you can sense the energy and things don't feel in alignment with you. You don't feel like you're valued, or you feel like you're being taken for granted. As you become more sensitive, you become very aware of other people's intentions, and you can read the energy. And your heart will start to say, not for us, not for us. So if that's happening to you now, you can start to make changes accordingly, like it says, when you're ready to move into an energy that feels more like the sun for you. That feels more like your truth. Queen of Swords. You could be in a field now that you see something that doesn't sit right with you, or you experience an environment that doesn't feel right for you, and that gives you the knowledge to pursue this new path. For example, you could be in a field like teaching, where you're like, this isn't right. Like I don't get enough time with the kids, or I don't, or we're not paid a proper wage, or we don't have good conditions. And you end up going into a different field or creating your own learning environment that kind of fixes or corrects whatever you felt was off or not in alignment in that other environment. That's just one example. But you know how you see like people work for a company, and then like in movies and TV shows, and then it's just like so toxic or so not in alignment or so like old thinking, that they're like, you know what, I love this, like I love what I do, but not here. And they go out and they start their own business, or they start their own firm of their same career. I see you doing that with this Page of Swords to Queen of Swords and the sensitivity. Oh, I'm going to take all of those because my guides were like, there you go. Oh my gosh, flowers. I didn't even know this was in here. Working with flowers will open your heart and brings blessings to others through your life purpose. So this could be florist. This could be artist. Maybe you draw landscapes. This could be gardening or agriculture, environmental science. That's a beautiful card. Okay, see, creative expression. This one's painting here. Your soul longs to express itself creatively. So this could be something, like I said, artist, singer, anything creative, marketing, business, graphic design, teaching, like everything kind of has a creative element. So whatever creativity is for you. And you got writing. So I'm not surprised we got that because we just saw the creativity. You heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words you write. So you could be an author, you could offer like ebooks, online programs, courses. This could be through blogging, journalism, writing script, writing movies. There's billions of ways, poetry. So take that if it resonates as well for you. So there's some actual 3D options. Can you show us more about the career? It's something that's your truth, for sure. It's something that's your truth. Definitely seeing strong authorship here with the Queen of Swords, Page of Swords to Queen of Swords. This could be like you start out writing copy in an editor, for someone else. So that's like page energy, or like in a marketing firm. And then you end up being the CEO, or you end up starting your own firm, or you start out writing, editing other people's books, like assistant editor or proofreading them. And then you end up becoming an author yourself. That's that Page of Swords to Queen of Swords energy. Okay, anything for finance here? We don't have anything here except the Emperor. Yeah, with the Six of Pentacles, they're showing me now, this can be like grants, advances. This can be generosity or people giving you resources. So this can be, like I said, you're an author, you get a grant for that. You get scholarships or you get advances for things in your field. For some of you, there's just show me the flowers card again. You open a greenhouse, like a place that people can buy plants and soil and things to garden or to create their own self-sustaining gardens, because that's kind of becoming like a big thing, people wanting to have their own. I think that happened a lot in the past couple years. Okay, you got the Lovers coming out here. So we're moving on to love. I was trying to get you more for finance, but my guides were in my ear being like, moving right along. Then you got the Lovers, so I can't argue with them. Okay, so moving on to love. Okay, so you got the Nine of Swords coming out. So your love life has brought you a lot of anxiety. So you could have had a lot of, up to this point, difficult relationships, sleepless nights, a lot of pain or trauma, heartache resulting from relationships. So if that sounds like you, I mean, you're a blessed one if that doesn't sound like you. If you've had only positive relationships so far, but some people have, like my parents met when they were like 16 and they've been together ever since, and they had challenges, but they were just this otter sweetheart, from the start. So it's possible that your Nine of Swords, there's two things here. Spirit's just pausing me. There's two things, because some of you do meet your person very young and you stay with them for life. Like it could be the person that you're with now, but you battle with anxiety, and this person helps you through your anxiety. See, I love this Nine of Swords card because there's a white crow here with all these black crows. So it's almost like there's some light in the darkness for you. So this person could be your steady lighthouse, your safe space, your rock. So if you're having sleepless nights, this person's comforting you. So that's for some of you. And for some of you, it's that you've had a lot of relationships before you meet this person that have been very full of mental conflict and anxiety. Okay, show us more for their love life and their future life. And I am going to circle back to finance because we didn't get too much about that. Oh, okay, but we're on love life right now. You got strength. Okay, so she actually has a red heart here around her neck and the infinity symbol. This person is your rock, like I said. It gives you inner strength to be with this person, whoever is representing this Lovers card here. It's a deep connection, like they're gazing into each other's eyes. It's a choice that you make. I do see for some of you, it's someone that you're either with now, like I said, because the otters, it's like they mate for life. So this could be someone you met very young, met in your youth that you reconnect with, like kind of like your first love or your big love. You either reconnect with them or you're still with them. For others of you, you meet them later in life after these 9 crows, after these 8 crows you know, you know, caused you much chaos. This one crow comes in that's in alignment with your soul, and that's the one that lifts your spirit and that speaks to your heart. Show us more. Could be Leo or Aries here. I'm just getting from, oh, there's a lot of Aries here, and that Strength card. What else for group 5's love life? Oh, I see it. Yeah. Yeah, 5 of Cups. That's what I'm seeing. I don't mean to laugh. I get you. Like, I'm right there with you. A lot of disappointments before you meet this one. So if you, the reason why this is coming up, I could feel this as soon as I started this pile. You are one who, like I said, has had love on your mind for most of your life. It's part of your soul's path. It's part of a lot of people, some paths, some people that's not. But for you, it's always called to you. You probably love romantic films. You probably read romantic books. You're probably like, oh my gosh, like maybe people called you boy crazy or girl crazy or lover boy, lover girl. I just feel like you love love. You love love, and that's a big part of your life. And people might kind of give you a hard time for that, like, oh my gosh, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, love is one of the best, most magical, high frequency, if not the highest, goal in life. And I think that we're here. A big part of why a lot of people are here is to experience those connections, right? But sometimes on our way to that love, there's a lot of disappointment and despair before we meet that person. And then when we meet them, it feels so different because you came through so much shadows, through so much darkness, so that when you find this jewel, you know it. So I see you having a lot of disappointments, disappointing relationships and connections before you find this person. You're probably in that now. Or if you're with your person now, you're probably like, yep, that's exactly what happened. Okay, show us more for this love life and their future life. What else can you show us? Yeah, they're showing me this lamb. This person's like a lamb. This person is so sweet, and your partner so sweet and pure and innocent and like you, like good natured, like so trustworthy. You never have to worry. You never have to question. You never have to, check their phone, or it's just not their nature. They just have the heart of a lamb. They're kind. They're generous. They have integrity. They're patient. They're sweet. They're nurturing. Like I said, they're patient with you. And you build together. Like you have the 6 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. You build a life together. You have the otters, obviously, and it's an equal energy exchange. Family. Okay, so if you want to, you create a family with this person. That can be you, your partner, and pets. That can be you, your partner, nieces and nephews. That can be you, your partner, and your immediate family that already exists. Or that can be extending your family into children. So there's 2 bluebirds here with 3 little baby birds. This came out in one other group if you're from there. So you create a family with this person. That's a beautiful card to get. Show us more for group 5. Oh, these 2 want to come out. Oh, okay, so Cancer, so that could be a sign. This is the first astrological sign that's come out. This could be you or them, or they could have Cancer in their chart, but this is someone who's very emotional, very, like, deeply emotional in a good way, goes deep. This is not someone who sits on the surface with their feelings. This is someone who's extremely loyal and protective of their connections. In birth, okay, oh, you got 2 like family cards. So if you've been wanting to have a baby or extend your family, or that's been on your mind, or this could be representative of the energy you're in, because I can't know where you're on this timeline. You could be with your partner now and expecting or have kids. That's just confirming that there. If you're interested, you can grow your family with this person. Okay, what did we not get into? Oh, your future home. Can you show us anything about their future home? I want to see what comes out for you in this deck. Show us anything else about their home life, their future home for group 5. Aw, see? A man holding a heart. I mean, how could you not get this with the Otters card? So, your future, when you come home at night, it's literally someone holding their heart out, like this lamb energy, being like a big warm hug, a kiss. How was your day? I made you dinner. Let's order out pizza. They want to reconnect with you. It's someone who is not afraid to show their emotion. Your future home is filled with love. It's filled with love. You come home to a kind, caring, loving soul who expresses that to you on the daily, who expresses that to your family and your children. This is a loving individual who wraps you in love. They're literally holding their heart out to you, loving you. I love that. I'm just going to layer these cards here as best I can. Where could you go? I don't think you'll mind if I cover the Five of Cups. Show us a little bit more about their future home. I'm just going to get you one tarot for that and see if I can get a sneak peek. But they are wrapping up your reading here. You need to get a lot of good information. But this is like a safe, loving, happy place. Page of Pentacles. Okay, so you guys together could renovate a home together, because Page is like kind of that new first step where you're learning something. So maybe you kind of learn how to renovate your home together, or you buy something together and you invest in it, like a starter home. It's giving me the Page of Pentacles energy. You definitely have some sort of home together that you create. You could get like a starter home and kind of like work your way up, or, you know, renovate it, like I said. And let's get one more card. I'm just so curious. I like seeing these little snapshots into the future life. Give us one more for future home if you can. Oh, Eight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I had that up right. So Eight of Wands is fast moving energy. So I think this is not something that happens really quickly. Not the future life, but your home. So it could take you a while to find the place. You could be doing that now. So maybe you're looking for a lot of homes and you're renting in the meantime, or you're moving around to a few different places, renting here, renting there. Maybe you take your time. You do not rush this. You find the right place where you can build together. Here, Three of Pentacles. You want to put up that picture once. You want to pick out your kitchen cabinet and your tile color once. I see a lot of pentacles here, so there's a lot of grounded energy, especially with the Page of Pentacles. It's somewhere that you take your time. It's a slower moving process. You might not find it, the first month or the first year, or it may take you a few months, or you may, like I said, be renting in a smaller place until your family grows, and then you realize, or this could be what happened if I'm telling your story and you're just watching and confirming. You take your time because you got the Eight of Wands in reverse, and that's fast moving energy upright. So you take your time. It's a slower pace. You find the place that is perfect for you. And I see with the Page of Pentacles, you find a starter home, you find something that's perfect for you, and you invest in it. Three of Pentacles, you build into it, and it becomes your, you might not be there forever. You might upgrade at some point, but it's where you start your family. It's where you start your family and your memories, and you continue to build there together, and you build this family there. You probably have at least one child there with a birth card. Really, really beautiful. I love this pile. I just want to hug you guys with your snuggly otters. This is a happy, not that the other piles weren't happy. They all had happy energy, obviously, but this is like, you found your person. This is your lifelong person, and you create a beautiful home, a beautiful life together. And it's wherever they are, you're happy. And wherever you are, they're happy. It's about, you guys are each other's home. That's what Spirit wants me to say. But you do also find a place to call your own, probably with walls and a roof, Okay, before we close off the reading, let's get you some charms. I'm just going to mute this so it's not loud. Okay, what did you get here? So you got this bow charm, which is like too adorable. It kind of reminds me of like a gift, right? A gift, or maybe I want to say you know, when you see those big bows on like the front of the house when you get your first house or on your car. So I feel like with the Six of Pentacles, either people are very generous, like maybe a relative or a parent offers to give you your down payment or something like this, or maybe gift giving is the love language of your partner. But I see just a lot of gifts being exchanged there. You have this star with the 3, which always makes me think of a family because it's like, you know, 2 children or something like this. We saw that come up twice here. You have the dragonfly, which could be a spirit animal for you, which also signifies partnership, joy, and just abundant life. It's basically that sun energy. And you got this little charm that keeps coming out for everybody with the moon with the star in it, which I'm getting strong partnership because it's like the moon is holding this little star. So I'm seeing that connection there for you, but obviously you saw partnership. I want to get you a couple more. Everybody else got more. Oh my gosh, see, you got... Okay, I felt like that had to come out with you. You got another one of these charms, which I didn't realize there was 2. Maybe I did know that, but now it seems like I might have known that. But you could blend families. So this always comes out for me when it's like there's, you know, someone with a couple kids, someone else with a few kids, and then you guys meet. So it could be your second relationship, or you could just have children from a previous second marriage, or you could have children from a previous relationship, and you blend families. That's just for some of you, obviously not everybody. And you got the palm tree here. So for some of you, you travel or you move somewhere tropical. That came out in the last group also, and they also had the sun card. So just take that if it resonates. You could be somewhere that's warm or has really good weather. So that concludes your reading. Thank you so much for being here. I truly enjoyed sitting in your beautiful energy. If another group called to you, I'll see you there shortly. And if not, I'll see you in another reading on another day. Bye. Hello, group 6. Thank you so much for being here. We are looking at your future life, your dream life. You chose card 55 with the coin, as well as the rose quartz teardrop raindrop. There's these beautiful, I don't know what are these, hydrangeas on here. There's a beautiful energy coming off this card. So let's actually read. We're going to get your tarot. We're going to find out about career, love life, finance, home, and all about you, just what you've got going on, your interests. But I do want to read your card. 55 says, you deserve a life in which you thrive. This is a sign of wealth and prosperity. To allow prosperity into your life, you're going to have to break from the limiting belief that your fate is to live in scarcity. There was another group where this came up. They literally got the scarcity card. I don't remember who it is now, but you could be from there. Prosperity is not only a state of mind, but it starts there. You cannot get something unless you think you deserve it or can achieve it. So start by making peace with prosperity, and things will start aligning for you. Let me hold up your card for you. With this message in mind, receive this golden coin today as a sign that the universe wants you to thrive and have a prosperous life. Pay attention to this sign in your daily life. And if you ever encounter a little coin, pick it up and be grateful for regardless of its value. Picking it up means you accept the guidance being offered by the universe. If you're in balance with this, you're feeling prosperous, financially stable, and experiencing abundance. Okay, so let's see all about your future life here. Already you're getting a lot of positive guidance regarding finance. So let's see if that continues here. Show us all about group 6's future life. Show us about them to start, what they've got going on, their interests, their energy, their general lifestyle. Then we'll get into career. Oh my gosh. I think we'll take that one and shuffle the rest. Oh, you got the 5 of Swords in reverse. Perfect. So for start, you're feeling peaceful. You've moved out of a time where there's conflict, disharmony, stressful situations. Okay, show us more. That's really positive news, especially if you're dealing with anything like that now. You've definitely moved out of a 5 of Swords energy. So if you're in a 5 of Swords energy now, maybe if you're in a relationship or a work environment or a family dynamic that is hostile or full of conflict, it's showing at a future time that that is reversed and you're now at peace. Okay, you got the Ten of Cups. Okay, you got a lot of good things here. Let's get these. So all about you is you're emotionally fulfilled. You're happy, babe. You're happy. You have a rainbow. The Ten of Cups is the full completion, the full manifestation of emotional fulfillment. You feel good. You feel happy. Your cups are full. You enjoy your life. You love what you do. You love who you are. You love where you live. You love your family. You love your friends. I mean, not saying everything is perfect, but you feel pretty good. This would be the type of energy where someone's like, I'm happy. I'm at peace. I love my life. That's that type of energy. Inspiration of Cups. So this is the page in this deck. I always get that one confused. I always get kids from this. Sometimes there's just like an innocence with the little baby seahorse here and the heart. But this is basically, I mean, it can represent obviously youthful energy. But also this represents just a youthfulness about life, like an innocence. You maintained your positive heart, your innocence of spirit, your pureness. You're feeling like not hardened over by life. Does that make sense? This would be like, you know, your first love or something like this. You're kind of in that dreamy, watery energy of how you felt about life, like rose-colored glasses. And you got Ace of Pentacles. So new opportunities here, or you're planting new seeds into your life here. I'm going to get you one. Oh no, you have four there. I'm going to move right into career. Sometimes I go into love next because of the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so show us more about their future life. Show us career now. Career and finance. Oh my gosh, the way that I'm slow. I'm on the last pile, right? So like, my brain has been channeling information all day. My guides were, this is what happened. I'll show you the process of my guides communicating to me. They showed me the Ace of Pentacles and they showed me the pentacle. They were like the gold coin, right? And I still didn't clue in. Then they said, look on the back of the deck. Oh, where did it go? Oh, I shuffled it. But it was the Ten of Pentacles. So it was 10 gold coins. And I was like, okay, I don't get what they're saying. You want me to show them that? And then as I look back, I saw the coin. It's your main card, bruh. Dirt. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles. So you have this fish lifting this gold coin out of the water. It's the universe offering you an opportunity. And then you also have this gold coin in your card. So in your future life, I would say that you come to a place where you have the opportunity to do something different or new, like a fresh opportunity that paves the way for your future. This could be like you start a separate career, you know, midway through life or at a second phase of your life, or you purchase a home and decide to renovate it, or you get some sort of business idea and you decide to start a second stream of income. Okay, so show us now more about career, now that I clued into what they were saying. Show us career. The Sun. This has come out in 3 piles now, which is amazing for a future life reading. So you have the Sun here. This is abundance. This is happiness. This is joy. So I think that whatever this new thing is that you start, it's something that you plant a seed for your future, but it also is the thing that you kind of retire off of. It's like you might have, you know, like maybe you started doing this in life and you do that for most of your life. And then all of a sudden you get this golden opportunity, right? So maybe you get an inheritance, or someone like gives you a business tip, or asks you if you want to get in on the ground, you know, of a new operation or of a new business, or you just get a gem of an idea that you're like, you know what, I'm going to do this and start this platform or whatever. This ends up becoming something that is super fulfilling and abundant to you. It's something that kind of brightens your day. And I think it's like, maybe you didn't have that before. Maybe your career was just kind of like meh before this new opportunity comes. And this kind of puts you on a different path where you're like, oh, wow, you can really wake up every day and like enjoy what you're doing. Like, this is happy days. This is not going to work and feeling like the doldrums, or feeling like tired or exhausted, or like I'm working for someone else. This is like, I can't wait to get up and get started on my work today. That's what this opportunity is. Show us more for this career financial aspect of group 6's future life. For example, this could be someone saying like, hey, you're naturally talented at this. You should go back to school for that and I'll pay for it, like a relative or your partner or something. Or maybe you have the funds yourself. I'm just saying because it's a coin coming out. Okay, so you got the Action of Cups here. So this is the Knight of Cups. So I feel like you take swift action on this because you see the emotional fulfillment of it. Like, I'll give you an example. Like my YouTube channels. I have 2 channels, but that's what it is for me. That's a Knight of Cups. You did not have to sell me on. I quickly moved towards them. It took my guides a while because I was in a corporate job to like get through to me, but I always wanted to do it. It seemed like a good idea because it was emotionally fulfilling to me. It was creative. It was my passions. It was using my gifts. So it's something you quickly move towards because it's compelling to you. Okay, present moment you got, and 6 of Cups. Okay, so let's start with the 6 of Cups. So this could be something that you've wanted to do since you were a child. See this card here? It's like Polaroid pictures, a little puppy, a locket, friendship bracelets, postcards, dried flowers. This is memories, nostalgia. So this could be something that you always wanted to do since you were a kid, and then you get to go back to school for it. I'll give you another example. My mom was a medical secretary her whole life, and then when me and my sister were like teenagers, she decided to go back to school to be a teacher because she always wanted to be a teacher. She was like, I think in her mid 40s or late 40s at that point, and it was like a golden opportunity because my dad and her were financially stable, and my dad said, I can carry the household on my own. If you want to go back to school, we can afford that. And so she took that golden opportunity and she went back to be a teacher because that's something she wanted to do since she was a kid. So it's something like that. Some connection to your past. And then you got this present moment card, which is a special card in this deck. I think that whatever this is, it really brings you into your now. I think it's something that doesn't require effort really for you to do. It's a natural gift or skill of yours that feels just like being in the moment. Like I get that when I'm card reading. I'm not thinking about a worry, a concern, a conversation. I can't think about anything but be in the moment when I'm reading cards, when I'm in flow with spirit, because it just requires me to be just right here. So I think it's something like that. It could be writing. It could be a creative pursuit. It could be anything. I'm going to put these here. And get you some actual career cards. I have an oracle deck, an angel life purpose deck. Okay, show us some specifics. Obviously, this is a general reading, so if something doesn't align with you, obviously, like anything, just take what resonates because we're going to get a couple clues here that may or may not fit for you. Show us more about career for group. Oh, that one hopped off. I'm going to take it. Books. Okay. You connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. So like I said, this could be writing, an author, studying, going back to school, teaching, professor, some sort of scholar or historian. Oh, these cards, I always forget, they are so slippery on the back. Probably on the front too, but as soon as I touch another card, they be flipping out. Okay. Show us more for group 6. Librarian, I'm seeing. Editing. Did I say that already? Or was that group 5? I can't remember, but we had a whole thing about publishing and editing. Maybe that was group 5. Maybe you're from there. Okay, you also got body work. Your life purpose involves body work such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training. So this could be like an osteopath, acupuncture, chiropractor, physician, sports physician, energy healer, Reiki, EFT, nutritionist, dietitian, physical therapist, life coach. What am I saying? Life coach. What are they? Personal trainer. And you also got I can hear you guys. You want another one of those cards? I'll get another one. Someone's saying that infinite abundance. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to your life's purpose. Okay. So that's what this golden coin is. I think that when you realize this kind of like second wind of whatever your career is, that I think you start at some point in this future life timeline, you're supported. It's just like that example I gave with my mom and my dad. I think your partner or either supports you or you have already abundance through inheritance or generational wealth or whatever you did at the beginning of your life that you were able to make some sort of foundation for yourself. I don't think finance is a concern for you. That's why you're able to take this new opportunity. I'm going to get you another one of those cards because I can hear people asking for it. One more career purpose card, please, for group 6, if you don't mind. And then we're going to get into love life. Oh, I see you. Oh, this has come out in almost every pile. I mean, it makes sense because you got body work. Okay, so you got sensitivity. You're becoming more sensitive and you need to make changes accordingly, which is exactly what I've been saying. You might be doing something at the beginning of your life that you shift career paths. So this means that you may find yourself in places or spaces or atmospheres or careers where you're suddenly like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I'm feeling drained. It's feeling really difficult, toxic, or just not in alignment with me. And you start to ask spirit and ask your higher self and to follow your heart. Like what would feel right for me? What would be something that I wake up and feel completely aligned with? Now, my guides are telling me to get your charms before I go any further because I keep forgetting. I'm going to mute the mic so that you don't hear me clanging. Okay, we're back. What did we get here? Oh, you got a lot of different ones I haven't seen before. Okay, you got this hand that says, oh, it says handmade. Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, so it's quite, oh, so you got the body work, right? So this could be working with your hands. This could be Reiki, massage. It literally says that on the card. And then you got the hands. It could be making something that's unique or handmade, like you have a product that you make and invest in, like you make candles or crochet or you knit or you make tapestries, artist, painter, poet, something that you do with your hands. That's really cool. I love that. What else? You got the sunflower. You have the sun card, so I'm not surprised. That always gives me harvest time. Like sunflowers usually come out around like August, September, if I recall. It's something that really lights you up. It's something that's very special to you and meaningful to you. Okay, so you got the Cinderella carriage here. So this could be a little bit of a rag to riches energy or feeling like you finally kind of make it in life or you get to kind of enjoy the abundance and the love and prosperity that maybe you felt held back from with that Five of Swords in reverse earlier in life that you never kind of felt like you got to enjoy life in this future timeline. You're Cinderella who gets to go to the ball. Now here's your heart. So we're going to get into love right now. Love coming in there. You also got this bird. So this is like a dove. This could be spirit. This could be those on the other side looking over you. Whatever that means to you. I've never got that charm before. You got the crown. You could be from group 1. And it says princess on it. So maybe you have a little girl or maybe you're treated like royalty, like princess treatment in your relationship. And you got this wing. I am strongly getting that you have ancestors on the other side. So this could be, you know, someone in your family or a friend that's very close to you passed over, because with the dove and the angel wing, I feel like there's someone on the other side who's making themselves known. I didn't get that in any other group. Kind of a wink and a nod to you type thing. Okay, show us love life for group 6. This could be a partner who you were with earlier in life. And that's why they're kind of presenting, because we're about to talk about love, to kind of show that you have their blessing and they want you to be happy and find love again. Especially with that 6 of Cups there. Could be very meaningful to you, your past. Okay, show me Group 6, please. Show us all about Group 6 love life. Their connections, romantic partnerships, long-term connections in this future life. 7 of Wands. Interesting. I've never got this card in this deck. 7 of Wands is one of my favorite cards. Just because I'm like, just try to challenge me. So usually the 7 of Wands is like competition or someone trying to kind of oh, I see. I was trying to figure out what this particular illustrator was showing. So here it's deep sea diving and the person's spear fishing. And it's actually like they're in competition against the sharks because there's sharks outside, but see, they've speared a fish. So I wonder if your partner is in competition for you, or you feel like you're in competition for your partner. Like maybe there's a lot of sharks swimming around them. Maybe they're very charming or radiant and you're just like, oh my gosh. I feel like either you or your other person, Spirit's kind of saying there's a lot of sharks swimming around one of you or both of you when they hook you or you hook them. There's some competition and you're not dismayed. I'm seeing it's probably your partner is the energy that I'm getting. Like they say, oh my gosh, they had so many suitors, so many people were asking them out. They had so many people, trying to date them, but I got them. But I got them hook, line, and sinker. Like it's kind of like a place of pride that they kind of like attained your love and affection against all of these different suitors. That's cute. Okay, show me more for group for group 6 for their love life. All about so this could be the person you're with now. By the way, I should have said, if you're with your long-term partner now, then this can be retelling your story, or it might not relate if it's, for other people in the reading, or this, if you're single now, then this would be the person if you're interested in love, in a romantic connection. Show us all about their Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so this card here shows like a labyrinth, card 10, and you're navigating this labyrinth. So I feel like, especially in combination with the 7 of Wands, I don't feel like it's a straight path for you to this person. I feel like you've either been through this now. Your dating life have probably felt like a maze, like a labyrinth. It's probably changed a lot. It's probably brought you to a lot of different people. You've probably learned, like the wheel kept turning. You probably learned a lot. And you probably had a lot of experiences, a lot of choices, a lot of options before you meet this person. Okay, show us more. But I do see it being destined. Like the wheel keeps turning until you match up. They're showing me like the slot machine where it's like it keeps turning, like nope, 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 and then it's like 777, and it's like it lines up and it pays the winnings. That's what I'm seeing here for you. Yeah, you could have a little girl. They're showing me that again. You could have the little girl now, or it could be a little boy. But the reason is they keep showing me this inspiration of cups. Which I'm getting child from, and then the little princess. I mean, it's not gender specific, so it could be little prince or prince, but I see you having a child either now or in the future with this person, one or more. Also, that little handmade charm. You know how, like, I'm a mom, like my daughter is always still making me little handmade things, made with love, crafts and Mother's Day cards and things like this. Show me more for group. Yeah, for some of you, sorry, Spirit's just telling me, for some of you, you've had a lot of heartbreak, like that 5 of Swords. I don't want to get too into it because we don't want to activate it, but they just do want to acknowledge if you've had a very difficult beginning of your life, there could have been some very difficult things that you've been through in regards to partnership or building a family. Spirit's just acknowledging you here. This future life is a 10 of Cups energy. There's a rainbow here that could be significant for rainbow children. There's just something here where Spirit's saying, like, listen, you've been through a lot of pain, and there is a future life here waiting for you where you're in the sun and you're in the 10 of Cups energy. Okay, show us more for love life for group 6, inspiration of sorts. So you have 2 pages now. So this could be 2 children, by the way. I get pages as children when I'm doing like a family love, future life reading. So you could have one child who's very emotional, like a Pisces or something, and another who's an air sign, little analytical, like thinker, deep thinker. This could also be your person. It could be someone in a youthful energy. There could be an age gap or an age difference there. Okay, let me get you these oracles for you for love life. Okay, show us more for their partner for group 6. Show us more about their partnership, their romantic connection for group 6. Hello, anybody here? That's too many though. Oh, I see you. Oh, you got 2 here. Okay, you got card 25, pleasure and union. Okay, so you definitely meet your person. You got the union card here, and look. Oh, you have that 1 angel wing. It's right on the card. So you'll find the connection. That's the other angel wing. That's the other part of this. This can be whatever union looks like to you. This can be marriage, long-term commitment, living together, but Spirit's just confirming. You definitely find your person. So if you feel like you're in the labyrinth now, or, things have not been, strong on the love front, or you could be with your person. That can be indicating you're already in this union. And you got card 25, pleasure. So I feel like it's a connection. It could be like Taurian energy, Taurus energy here. A lot of enjoying life, enjoying each other, having good dinner, socializing, making good meals, making a beautiful home that you enjoy together, cooking dinner together, and just enjoying life together, enjoying your space. I want to get you one more of those. Oh no, I'm going to get you this other oracle here. Okay, 2 final cards for beautiful group 6. Show us anything else you want us to know about their future life, because we're just running out of room here. Anything else, strongest messages that you want them to know about this future life for group 6. Okay, first you got man holding a coin. Okay, so this could be a King of Pentacles energy. It's not gender specific. So this is showing, again, your coin. Let's review, if you're not looking at the camera, the synchronicity of your 3 gold coins. You had your first coin on your card called the coin. You had your second coin here with the Ace of Pentacles, and your third coin is man holding a coin. So if you haven't received it yet, there will be a golden opportunity that allows you to pursue something, a new opportunity in your future life. Like I said, you could buy an investment property, buy a home, start a new career path, get a vacation property, travel the world. It's something that will just open up possibilities for you. Whatever that Ace of Pentacles is to you, it's something that's 10 of Cups, Knight of Cups, the Sun. It's something that brings happiness, emotional fulfillment. Maybe you open your own store, you open your own coffee shop, you open your own publishing company, you quit your job and start writing, start drawing, start following creative pursuits, open up your own massage clinic. It could be anything, because you have this infinite abundance. I'm not surprised. You're fully supported. You have a gold coin 3 times, which is literally visual indication. Now, this could also be your person. You could find someone who's really financially well off, and that you're able to live a life where you're just supported because you guys have access to funds, and it gives you that freedom. Or this could be you, of course. You could be wealthy, independently wealthy. That's really enjoyable. I'm happy for you getting the man holding the coin. What else? Give us one more card. Final card for group 6, even though I could stay here forever with you. See, blossoming abundance. Like, you can't make this stuff up. You guys got the coin. You're the coin pile, and you've got the 3 gold coins, the infinite abundance, and then your final card was blossoming abundance. Now, abundance can mean whatever that means to you. That could be abundance of love, abundance of time, because I'm not strongly seeing at this point in your future life that you're in like hot pursuit of some sort of career path. I think that was done in your previous years, and now you're just pursuing enjoyment of life and whatever opportunities kind of call to your soul that feel like the sun to you, that feel like 10 of cups to you. So whatever that is for you, abundance, this can be having land, having animals, having freedom of time, following your creative pursuits, having a lot of friends and family around you, enjoying your life, enjoying your partnerships, enjoying good health, whatever it is, you have like heavy support of the universe and resources around you. It's like wild. I've never seen so many like abundance cards in one reading. You definitely have money. You definitely have happiness. You definitely have stability in this future life and emotional fulfillment with the 10 of cups. It's a beautiful life. You have union, you have pleasure, you have family, if that's meaningful for you. We didn't get a lot on your future house. I do have a future home reading that I'm going to link in the description, just because if you want to know more, I did do a reading where I talk just about like your actual home. I don't think we got anything for you guys. Let me get a few, because I did get that for everybody else. Is there anything else you can show me about their future home? For everyone else, it kind of came up in it, but I haven't seen anything for you except that you might buy real estate here, invest in something. Anything else about their actual home? For group 6. I heard keys to the castle. Nope, okay. Show us their... oh. Spirit of Swords. This is the Queen of Swords. There's 2 blue jays here, if that's meaningful for you. I'm not getting anything from this card for future home. Queen of Swords. Like, I know what the Queen of Swords is, but what does that have to do with a home, really? Can you clarify that? Can you show us there anything about their home? I am getting something, but I want to see what else comes out here. Queen of Wands. Okay, I know what this is. That's very cute, Spirit. Okay, so you got the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands together when I was asking about your home. So you design it. You design it and you make it happen. Your person could be obviously a part of this if there's a lot of... because you have so much coins and abundance and pentacle energy and offers of finance here. And then you got the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is the Queen of Transformation, the Queen of getting stuff done, action. Queen of Swords is clarity, insight, intellect, clear vision. I think you build your dream home. Because first they were showing me like clear vision. And I was like, okay, well, clear vision about what? Like where they want to live. And then when they gave me the Queen of Wands, which you also have, by the way, the sunflower charm. So see, you have the sunflower here. So maybe your decor has to do with sunflowers, like on your porch or your backyard or one of your rooms. But you design your home. You have a vision for it, a clear vision, and you create it. You build it. Now, this could have already happened. You might be like, yep, that's exactly what I did. But I see you literally with the architect. You could be the architect or your person literally being like, I completely envision this home. I want it this many floors, or I want it 1 floor. I want the laundry here. I want this window here with the sun coming in here, with the porch here. I have a clear vision of this. And then you manifest it. Spirit of Wands, you make it happen. You bring that to pass because of whatever this infinite abundance is that you are face to face with throughout your whole reading, whatever that circumstance is, that you have so much opportunities for money at this point in your life. This could literally be like your partner is wealthy, you're wealthy, you get an inheritance, you sell your business, whatever it is, there's gold coins coming at you here, right, left, and center. You take your vision and you build your own home. Whatever home happens here, it's something you clearly see in your mind, or you find it. You get a clear vision of it and you make it happen. You bring it to pass, you manifest it. So you either design it and build it, or you envision it and you seek it out and you find it. So whatever that clear vision is to you, I don't think I'm getting any specific thing because it must be very specific to you. Really cool. I love your reading. Absolutely a pleasure for me to sit in your energy. Thank you so much for checking this out. If you felt called to one of the other groups or another reading, I'll see you there shortly. And if not, I'll see you in another reading on another day. Bye.